Likely story.
I mean, I probably could have muted it, but it would have become unmuted because, like, I was pressing on the button. So
There you go.
Still important, though.
Oh, it's a waxing gibbous,
It is a waxing gibbous.
which
why
means we're
am
fucked.
I not in the game?
Well, about 4 or 5 days ago, it was a waxing crescent. So
Are you actually keeping track of the lunar phase in our game?
I sure am.
Holy shit.
Well, I didn't used to, but I found it's actually easier now because all I have to do is keep it in my notes from the previous session, right, as to what day you were on. And I find the moon phase actually helps me because you guys are fighting a lot of combats in the evening. And so if one of you is like, well, how much light do I have? I don't have to bullshit. I can just be like, well, there's a full moon tonight, so you're fine.
By the by, I'm tired. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, don't worry.
I was like,
Nah,
forgive you
I was
already.
gonna,
like, is there a part B to this comment?
nah, I was gonna say something. It was involving this. I know it. It'll come back to me. I'm gonna get
Poor
a drink.
Travis. Oh, I've
I've been
already
up-
drank, so.
Yeah, I've been up since 8
Catch
p.m.
up.
yesterday, so it's been
Jeez.
getting to me.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff happened today. Never really got the chance to get a nap in.
So, before we begin, if everybody would give the summary a quick read, I will give another synopsis in a few minutes once everybody's settled in. You might also wish to refamiliarize yourself with the cards that you have and what their powers are, and maybe what dream you had. If you don't
Where's
remember,
the summary?
I think everyone can see.
Oh, on the side of the map.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at handouts. I'm like, there are 90 things in here.
Yes, there are.
I don't see a summary.
So I will be right back. And I'm still working on handouts for the cards and the dreams. It's taken me a little while, unfortunately.
Actually, a question. This sanctuary is on an island?
No.
It's Karb Isle?
Technically, no, but it is called Karb Isle Sanctuary. But it's technically an isthmus, so not quite an island.
Oh, so it's like a peninsula, but with a connection, like Panama Canal.
So if I recall, our next order of business is to basically haul ass to the last location,
That would be correct.
do as much as we can while we're there, and then haul ass back.
Yep.
It kind of reminds me of like have you ever played Phoenix Wright games? Any of the Ace Attorneys?
I have not.
So like in those games, when you're doing a case, not only do you have to prove your defendant innocent, you have to prove somebody else guilty. Because if you don't, the game just automatically assumes you failed as an attorney. Like you have to pin the blame on somebody else. That's basically what's going on here. Or like we come forth with all this evidence, like he didn't do it. It's like, well, who did? It's like, well, we don't know. It's like, then he did it.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? We've proved no, it didn't.
Well,
Look, this isn't about finding the true killer. It's about having a killer.
I mean, that's not exactly true. We know that this guy is responsible for the crimes in one of the 3 locations, but we know that he also wasn't responsible for the crimes in the other location.
What location was he? Wait, what location?
He wasn't responsible for the crimes in
the village.
Hergstag.
Yeah.
He was only responsible for the crimes in Morast. But the beast is accused of crimes in Hergstag, Sanctuary, and Morast. We've proved him innocent of Hergstag. Right. Now we can prove him innocent of Morast. But we still have to prove him innocent of Sanctuary.
Yeah, but like the burning of the Sanctuary, how many people died there? Did people get out? Were people crushed to death?
I think the most people died there.
What?
It wasn't great.
1 second. Let me go back to my notes.
Was it like a sanctuary for the blind, deaf, and dumb? Like if a building's on
Seems-
fire.
10
seems
people in
fucked up.
Morast. Wait. Stole from the
Dumb just
university.
meant you couldn't
Killed
speak.
6 kigs in Hergstag. Killed 10 people in Morast and burned down the monastery.
Is that okay? That's what
Burned down a
sanctuary.
sanctuary, actually. Yeah.
Oh.
How many died there? Do we know?
Let me check my notes.
Icky stop. I have a co-player attempting to drink my Dr. Pepper. Get out of here.
Let the cat have Dr. Pepper.
I'm not gonna let her have Dr. Pepper.
Our cat's not supposed
She's
to have
already
Dr. Pepper?
He says, pouring a whole can down.
So
his
I'll
chest.
give you a little rundown of Carbile Sanctuary, and what happened there, because you would have had this discussion with the defense attorney at some point. So essentially, what happened in Carbile Sanctuary, there was the doctor's assistant, Carl, was blinded in the fire, but he recalled seeing something that looked very much like the beast, basically ransacking and burning the place down
What the fuck happened?
before everything went to shit and he lost his sight. But right before he lost his vision, he saw something that looked very much like the beast. And then that's kind of where they're building their case. But there is not actually a death count, because all records of the sanctuary were burned. But they do know that the doctor's administrator, Dr. Brada, all of his patients, and like servitors, I guess, they all burned.
Little 40k leaking into this one,
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Are they exactly servitors? Or are they just like, you know?
I mean,
Quote,
a
unquote,
servitor
indentured
is just a
servants.
person who serves. It's not. Yeah, it's not anything special.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, there's not an official death count, but you know that quite a few people died. If you wanted to know more about the sanctuary, you could give me knowledge local rolls, and I could potentially give you some of that. Or history could work too, I suppose.
Hang on.
Somebody that
Wrangling
has
cat.
those. Are we all
Some-
here, by the way?
Some
I
smart
think so.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seems like I haven't heard everybody speaking.
No one's talked.
Hey. That's
Hey,
not
20
bad.
was not too bad.
Penis.
I have spoken.
Okay. So Leopold, you've heard some rumors around town from your. Well, you've been in town a few days, and you've heard some rumors, either from people you drank with, or maybe the Crooked Kin. Basically, Dr. Brada founded the institution as a cure to those that were unfortunate enough to have physical deformity or perhaps madness. So it's a bit of a nut house, I suppose. Yeah. So but you know that he also didn't have much luck in treating them, so he got more creative with his treatments, I guess we'll say.
Define more creative.
Who is this that got more creative? The blind guy? Or the guy that's not blind?
Dr. Brada, he's dead.
Oh, Dr. Brad is dead. Okay.
Yep.
Who's the blind guy, the witness?
Carl.
Like how his name was just Carl.
Mm-hmm.
No last name,
It's
no
probably with a
title,
K because
just
fantasy.
Carl.
That's the
I
best.
know it.
It's
Nice.
Carl with a
Don't
K.
imagine it as a fantasy name. I mean, it's
Yeah,
totally correct. It just sounds so mundane.
Carl.
This is my servitor, Bill. Bill. See to these adventurers.
Bill Williamson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you know any of the treatments specifically, but you've
Not even by rumor.
probably heard some by rumor, but they're not like you don't know how much you can believe of those because people tend to embellish their stories. So there's things like pouring hot wax on people's faces.
I mean, truth be told, we were told that like there was a giant monster pulling people right out of their windows in the middle of the night at Morast,
fair.
and then we found out that was real.
That's fair.
So the
what
crazy
is
claims not
Carl's
entirely out of the realm
relation
of reality.
to the sanctuary?
Who? What now?
What Carl?
He was the assistant to the doctor.
Okay.
He's actually the only survivor.
That
I
ain't
must
good.
say that's mighty fucking convenient.
He's blind. I wouldn't say it went super convenient for him.
He's probably faking it.
I mean, in fairness, we have Carl the blind witness. Just saying.
Oh shit.
He's literally the only person on Earth that could
He's
not make a
probably
positive
faking it.
identification.
I want you I want you to lawyer this case, and I just want you to try to prove he's faking his blindness. He's just like, oh yeah,
Just
well,
throw
how
an
about
apple at
this?
his
Throw
head.
some fucking apple at him. Just
Yeah.
fucking thonks against
Sneak
his
attack.
forehead.
Ah, his
Ah.
acting skills are quite impressive.
Yes.
Put lots of points
If
into
the
bluff, I
jury-
see.
Will please sense motive this fellow. They will see that he is bluffing. You can fool me once, but can you
Like,
fool a second
I
apple?
get that he's blind, but maybe he just like set the place on fire and then
He was
fucked up.
blinded in the fire. I'm sorry if that wasn't
Yeah.
clear.
No, I mean I figured.
I mean, it regardless of how he was blinded or whether or not he's faking it or not, like, he can't look at the beast and be like, yeah, that's the guy that did it.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter to these people. They were literally about to burn down a building
I'm
filled
aware.
with guards.
I'm aware.
Because,
I'm just pointing out that, like, as long as we find any monstrous thing that could have done it, we're good.
Where
we
is
find
this
fucking
guy,
Ragnaros.
Carl? Where can we find him?
You'll need a knowledge local roll for that. He does.
Son of a bitch.
He currently does live in Lepistad.
Cat
know
is attacking
that.
hand. Hang on. Oh my god, please.
We gotta talk to Carl.
And I'll also note that it is 9:30 p.m. game time.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
Can
We
we
don't-
get the Crooked Kin to help us with
Mm,
this locating Carl?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I would have a hard time thinking about how they would do that, because, like, if you think about how that
Look
works.
for blind men.
Yeah, but, like, it's 9:30 at night. He's in his house sleeping, probably.
And his name is
He's
Carl.
He's got very good hearing, so if we can locate a dog whistle
Just-
of some
You
kind.
guys just run around in all directions in Lepistad screaming, "Hey, Carl! Carl, come out of your house!"
What? What's going on?
We just
Yeah,
fucking
he's trying to
tackle and be like, where is he?
What was that, Whitney?
Zoo is trying to talk, but she's struggling with her mic.
Oh, uh-oh.
Well, fuck.
Well, we
Oh,
heard that.
Hey, there you go.
All it
That
was a
came
little
through.
expletive.
Just make sure you curse every time.
Every time. Just, well, fuck.
Well,
Shit, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Sure can.
yes. Yeah, we fucking can.
What
Fucking
were you trying to
perfect.
say earlier, Zoo?
Oh, I was just trying to say, like, usually when a person loses some kind of sensory, isn't their other sensories better? So
Maybe
he
not
could.
right away.
Chris
He could,
is
but-
not necessarily, so never mind. I'll drop
But
my point.
oftentimes.
Well, I mean,
Oftentimes.
often yes, but I'd imagine it's probably not like this only happened 4 months ago. I'd imagine
It's
over
not like
time.
Daredevil.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, you can
Okay.
get cocked in the head with, X virus.
And it
But as
takes
a-
a
yeah.
while to build up those extra senses. Your brain starts rewiring itself.
Yeah,
but,
which takes
like,
a while.
After,
That takes
after
years,
years, you
and
might
it
be able to
happened
smell the
4
Chex
months
Mix down
ago.
the street.
Okay.
Anyways,
Unless he has become extra smelly or more visible, none of that helps us find him.
yeah, we
Yeah.
won't be able to find him unless we know where he lives already. We could ask our lawyer.
That might not be a bad idea. We need to see this guy. Because if we can prove that, so whatever he saw, we need to find that.
Question for you, Darp. Would our lawyer who gave us the information on the sanctuary have given us the account that Carl gave to, I guess, the constabulary?
You think that he was fucking like
I'm
aptitudical enough?
no, I'm trying to see whether or not it actually serves us any like benefit to go and talk to Carl directly, or if like his account
I
is
don't
on
know if we have
record. In which
time.
case, exactly, like I don't know if it's worth going to talk to Carl if everything that
Yeah,
he's already said is already in the record and it's stuff that we know already.
I'd imagine it's in the
When
record
we
and we could get it when we come back.
that too.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
What you know of the account is that Carl's described a large shambling beast of a man whose skin was stitched together and looked dead, running into the sanctuary and basically like throwing over candles and stuff and burning the place down.
Okay. So we have to find whatever
I think it also
that
attacked
was.
the doctor, if I remember correctly.
Did it say anything like, I'm a skin changer, or like,
Well, no,
Yeah,
but
I guess
I
the other
have an
guy
alchemy
exactly.
shop, or something like that?
Grimes, get the poop knife.
Because that would be really helpful. Make our jobs a lot easier.
Yeah, how come we can't just pin everything on this fucking skin changer?
Because we already know that he didn't do all the crimes.
Yeah, but we
Who
could just
gives a
lie
shit?
about that.
Yeah, it's not about. I mean, it would be nice to find the actual culprit.
Well, right
but-
now we're
Just
2
like-
for 2. We found the real culprit twice out of the 2 attempts that we've had. We just
Yeah,
gotta
but
do it
I'm
a third time.
sleepy now.
I
I'm
know,
sleepy.
right?
It's 9 p.m. I did a
And I've
lot
only
of
got 10
fighting
bullets
today.
left, I think.
I did tons of fighting and punching and sword slashing.
I shot a man. He
He
wasn't
did
having
shoot
fun.
a man in cold blood
It was not cold blood. He aimed a crossbow at me, and we all knew what was going to happen.
in warm blood.
so
Okay.
you guys
So-
feel like you have a plan, or
I think we should head to Sanctuary. How far is
Yeah.
Sanctuary? Looks like 3 miles on my map, but I don't.
That's canon.
It is
Yeah,
roughly
not
3
that far.
miles.
And that is
Cool.
just on the road.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
So that's
Nice.
an hour.
Hour?
An hour. Yeah.
It's an hour to go
3
3
miles?
miles?
Yep.
If you're walking, yeah.
If we're just walking. We're not
I
running.
guess that's true.
30 feet in 6 seconds. I mean,
Well, I can guide us safely there. Given that it is a waning gibbous?
Waxing.
Overland. 3 miles.
Waxing gibbous?
It's 1 hour. Yep.
My elven sight will guide the way.
I'm following the lady with the good eyes.
Also, your tokens are linked cross-page, so your health should be accurate from the previous fight. So please
Cool
don't
beans.
monkey with that until you're healed.
how do you set that up, by the way? I still haven't figured that out.
If the token is set to represent a character, that character keeps a health pool. And you
so
you
you
set the
actually use
bar
the
to be
aura
equal
bars.
to the HP.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Let's Geronimo for an hour to the
Yep.
sanctuary.
I don't think I need a. I think I need a survival roll from you, Ilix, because you're basically following the road.
Yeah, I'm not doing any fancy cross-country shenanigans this
Yeah.
time. We're just. Yep.
Straight
We
shot.
saved
road
the best
appears
for
to go
last for
this
this
way.
very reason.
All right,
Mhm.
let me set up the page.
You
My
guys.
keen tracking skills have revealed this road goes just like this.
Yep. We're just holding hands and going down the road in the moonlight.
Oh,
Okay.
Singing
damn.
Kumbaya.
We haven't rested all, have we?
We have not rested.
We have not.
Okay.
But I will remind you that according to my notes, you have 12 alchemist fires, 12 liquid ices, and 12
yeah, that's
vials of
right.
acid that you can throw, since I doubt you can cast spells.
Yep. Not completely useless. Awesome.
I am going to take a potion of Cure Light Wounds.
I have 13 bullets left. Hopefully,
Use them
whatever's here.
wisely. Well,
Oh.
great.
Oh
God
man, I'm only
damn it.
down to the one greatsword, guys.
God
Shoot.
damn it.
Knives don't run out of
Oh,
bullets.
poor plea.
Need
What
to
a
get you that
waste of a
executioner
potion.
sword.
Executioner sword.
Do you want this one too? I've got another one.
I have another one. I'll take it if we see something attack us. But
Remind me how far low light vision gives you.
30?
It'd be
Say what now?
low. If it's all
How
low
dark
light,
is
he's
it?
got full vision.
I'm an
It's
elf
pretty bright out,
too.
actually. I don't think we need to worry about this.
All that moon tracking.
Let me get everyone's vision set up.
Yeah, because unfortunately, all it says is it's like I see twice as far in low light conditions.
So it'd be 60 feet, as opposed to the 30.
I guess I don't know that it says. Do
I
characters mostly only see their? Go ahead.
I don't have anything to add on the light thing. I'm pretty sure that like normal characters don't see more than 30 feet in low light. You see apparently 60 feet. And for dark vision you get to 60 feet. I have an iron torch that's floating around me, so I have basically a light source.
Yeah, I can
You can always
drop
cast.
dancing lights.
And Zoo has the light
It's
spell.
like, yeah, we can just cast light too.
Yes, we can.
My notes so far. Heading to Sanctuary. The only survivor is Carl, the blind witness.
Whoa.
I see everything.
Oh, that's Hergstag.
I'm
right?
averting my eyes.
I think we're supposed to see everything that we currently see.
Yeah, you've already been there, so.
Yeah, this is like, I guess, a full page of maps.
Yep.
Okay. So, like, this sanctuary is not really that big, is it?
I mean, not anymore.
Okay, well, fair enough, but I'm pretty sure that the stone pathway didn't go through
I
their
mean,
kitchen.
it's really not that big.
I mean, yeah, 65 feet. Maybe if it was like 3 stories tall, that's,
That's
It's
pretty
sizable.
respectable for a like Middle Ages medieval building, though.
insane asylum, though? I
Mhm.
mean, there's a lot of insane asylum stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's like a lot of people who manage to make it that far.
All right.
Hold on.
There's no like social support system. But anyway,
The sad remains of a broken building lie on a spur of land jutting into the river. The burnt timbers of a large house sag into the undergrowth of nettles and thistles. Blah, blah. I can't say it. Sorry.
Doing great.
Off to a rough start tonight. Nature is taking back this charred ruin, as if trying to erase the dark memories. Nearby, a small cluster of gravestones jut from the weeds.
What the hell happened over here?
Gravestones.
It looks like a blood splatter or something.
It's a tree.
it's a
Is
tree.
it tree?
That is a terrible tree.
What do the gravestones say?
Whoops.
What's terrible about the tree?
Just looks, it's very wispy and thin, and I thought, I mean, it's so, when I zoom in, I can see, but when I was back close, like, it looks like a human exploded and just left, like,
Their
Okay.
entire
their
endocrine
bits.
system.
yeah, exactly. Like
I
they're
can see that.
completely like.
If you zoom pretty far out, it looks
Yeah.
really bad.
If you zoom back, it looks like a human nervous system just sort of like laid out.
Okay. Point
The
taken.
spaghetti man cometh.
It's what happens when you use like super high def assets on a super low res map.
That does happen.
I mean, it looks alright.
I look at the graves.
I'm just gonna look around.
Yep. I'm gonna look at the
It
gravestones and see if
looks-
anything stands out.
Okay.
And so that would, if this is, I don't know if this would be considered forested terrain, but well, it won't matter
Ooh.
because Havelock's got fucking Navy SEALs night vision.
Zoo. My fucking eyes start glowing.
Okay. Let me deal with the gravestones first. So you find 12 gravestones. The graves all look as though they've been undisturbed for quite some time. There's not really that much that stands out to you, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Do they look contemporary with the building, or are they
Oh, yeah,
older?
definitely.
Or okay,
No. Yeah, they're definitely. You can tell that they're patients that
Yeah.
died here.
that's kind of what I was figuring.
Okay,
How
so
does this-
there's no Carl written on any of them.
No.
Okay.
we brush one off. It says that just musical sting.
Servitor Carl.
I
So
suppose that's better than our own names.
has this place been burned down? Is that what happened here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I just walk through the ashes, looking around, see if I
totes.
notice anything?
Is
You
it
want me to roll
still
again?
just perception?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
yeah, still perception.
Can we tell if there
Oh,
was
Are
God,
you
a,
please.
fucking kidding me?
Nice job, Plea.
I stand in
Hey.
the middle of the ruins and look around at them.
and
See if I
see
can
all?
find anything interesting.
And you hear the bionic man noise as he scans the horizon.
Wham, wham.
Pharasma enters me and allows me to
Ah,
see through
damn
her
it!
eyes.
You're just barely close enough. Okay. So Plea,
I
sure,
just
just
want to point out, doesn't a nat 20 mean automatic success no matter the DC?
within your sphere of vision, yeah, it doesn't give you superpowers.
Okay.
It also a lot of DMs, and I personally agree with this. It basically a nat 20 would just give you like a plus 10 or 20 to your roll. Like it doesn't allow you to look at the microscopic granulations of the
Like
moon
that
from
woman from
standing on
Alphas.
Earth.
Oh
like,
look, I can see the DNA of the person who committed the crime.
Yeah.
exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I wasn't trying to do that, but
No, I know, but there is like still a limit to a nat 20.
In this case, you automatically succeed at noticing that this bush appears to be very loosely planted in the ground, as though somebody put it over a hole.
I knew that.
I
That bush
pointed
looks
out
suspicious.
to my friends
Where is that?
and I go investigate it.
One thing I know it's hard for Plea, but one thing I'd like to try to get us away from is all the exposition we do. I know I'm guilty of it too, but I kind of want to get us into more of the roleplay. I think it'll benefit our other games as well.
You mean like
So-
the third person just saying I do this, or
Yeah, less of that would be good.
okay.
Well, when Plea talks to everyone, Plea says,
Yeah, I know it's hard for your character.
Yeah. Well,
my
Ilix is going
my
to
exposition in character is I sign this to my friends.
Mhm.
Ilix is going to knock an arrow and sort of nod over at whoever is looking like they're getting ready to move the bush, and sort of give them the nod that she's ready. So I've got a prepared attack in case Satan comes out of the ground.
I'm gonna pull on the bush and try to remove it from the hole. I think it's covered. That's
Okay.
It's covered.
Be wary, friends.
Do I need to do any checks, or is it pretty loose?
No, it's pretty loose. Just like your mom.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, let's keep it in character.
Yeah,
That's definitely that seems
I suppose
super
that's
in
the
character.
DM character to be an asshole.
Yep.
I wouldn't say it's inconsistent.
Ooh. All right. I opened myself up for
Shots
that one.
fired.
That's fair.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Also, my mom is awesome. So
Yeah. Also,
In the
yeah, I
sack.
wish that were true.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyways. So yeah,
they don't understand, Ryan.
there is.
I know.
It kind of looks like this used to be a cellar.
I poke my
There's a-
head into the cellar to look around.
Got any light?
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could let the
Um,
person with really good vision do it. I mean,
I got a torch around my head. Figured it's not a bad idea.
Grumble,
So you're
grumble,
It's
basically-
not a
grumble,
bad
Alex.
idea till the hand comes
Yeah.
up and just snags Please head
Hey,
off.
you're basically but remember what happened the last time you went up a ladder to poke
Yeah,
your head
no.
through a hole? Like, I'm just
That was
saying.
3 hours ago.
Yeah.
You're basically one of those deep sea fish with a fucking like light bobbing over its
Anglerfish,
face,
yeah.
and you just like stick your head down this suspicious hole. And you're like, this is safe, as opposed to letting like the elf who can not have a glowing light attached to her forehead do it. But whatever.
I don't want Alex to get hurt.
Oh, that's very selfless of you. I look at Ilix like, just give his butt a little love tap and kick him down the hole. He's gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'll move my bow and just kind of nudge him towards the hole. Anyway,
Okay. You can't see much.
Okay.
There's a 3-foot wide hole that goes down about 15 feet. You can see a couple of barrels that are lit by the moonlight, and you have your silhouette cast over them, but that's all you can see.
Okay. There's
got that rope
it's just a
climbing?
hole into the room. There's no like wall for me to hold on to.
Correct.
Okay.
I have really good climbing.
Well, that would just be falling.
The-
Yeah, but
We're all very good at that.
we're all pretty good at climbing. I'm gonna tie off. I'm gonna tie off my
I meant
rope
falling.
climbing. To are these bushes? Do these bushes right next to me seem kind of secure? If
Well,
not,
there's a
then I'll
tree
do
right
the
there.
tree. Well, the tree's further away, so.
The bushes. I mean, survival check.
Damn it.
Yeah, sure. They seem fine.
I ask Ilix if she thinks the bushes seem secure.
You tie it.
are
to
we
the
talking about
bush,
tying a rope?
Yeah,
Because
tying a rope to the bushes.
anchoring it?
is this
What
not
if-
big enough where one could brace oneself and
I mean, it's a
maneuver
15
down the
foot,
hole?
15 foot fall. You're gonna take damage unless you climb down, and the only way you can climb down is with the rope.
Okay, well, there is no way for me, GM, to brace myself in the hole and climb down.
You could, but eventually you'll run out of ceiling, and you'll have like a 10-foot
Oh, so it's
drop.
like
fair.
that situation from Harrowstone.
So there's
We
like
had to
5
climb.
foot, then a 10-foot drop.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, I jumped on the
I
hole.
Got
hold
it.
one end of the rope and I tie it around my waist. And I
Please-
brace myself.
please you just
again
jump in the
around
hole?
The tree.
No, if there's if as you described it, there's 5 feet of hole, and then you run out of ceiling, and then the rest is 10 feet. I won't take any fall damage because I can brace myself against the wall for the first 5 feet with my key.
But
thing.
you're jumping in. That's
Yeah.
what I'm getting out of this. Okay.
He's jumping in.
I'm
I'm
jumping
tying
in.
the rope around the tree.
Yeah.
Havlock's tying the rope around the tree.
Havelock, let me help you with that. And I help him tie the rope.
And
Thank you.
let's roll
Yep.
initiative.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Saw that coming.
Surprising no one.
Yeah. Oh!
Wow.
Nice.
So I don't
Oh
know
God,
if
McCree's got a
underground.
high
Yeah, I
point.
don't think so. Underground would be like its own terrain type, right? I guess it would be
Yes.
indoors, so I don't know that I
Caves,
get
I
my
would assume.
dexterity bonus or my
Well-
my favorite terrain bonus.
There is no door.
Well, if you fire from up here, you're technically still in your favorite terrain.
That is true.
Yes. Please maneuver the enemy towards the hole that I may strike him from above.
I don't think he's gonna have to maneuver them toward the hole.
I nod up to Ilix.
You hear from the top of the hole, it's high. Just continues that until he comes into view.
Just going dramatically
Yeah.
more Super Saiyan.
Okay, let me look up their stats. Alright, that's gonna be a 16 on initiative. Minus 50 DKP for the drinking loudly into the microphone.
That was Walker.
Yeah, we can't see down there. I know I certainly can't. But now, please, a torch down on the floor. So hopefully, if there's anything around there, we can see it.
Uh-oh.
Let's try that again.
Sorry,
What happened?
That video.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Just like selects all the targets.
He targets Hitler at one point.
Okay, I think at present there is a surprise round between Plea and the critters in the well, because he didn't really make a sneaky entrance.
Nope.
As you land, you actually send a barrel flying sideways. It's pretty loud. Let's see if these guys have any ranged abilities. I think they're predominantly melee.
What do you see down there, please?
I raised,
All right.
That's amazing.
I raised my
Yeah.
hand with the number
Alright.
4 up to the skylight, like above my head, as I look around at the enemies that I see.
If only there was some way he could describe them to us.
Can we even see? Well, I guess he's got a torch, so never mind.
Probably not. I mean, I'd imagine the skylight is pretty much just a little spotlight on him.
You have fun down there. Oh, smoke.
I mean, does my ion torch illuminate the room at all? So that they can see?
Well, yeah, but like, it's probably a limited field of vision from where
Yes.
we are. So it's probably a cone that probably gets to about maybe 5 feet away from you, but that's probably about it.
Okay. I need you to make 2 fort saves.
Oh.
Oh.
Just straight up fort saves.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Hey, nice.
Okay. So Plea, you land down in the well and just the stench of death hits you in the face, but you are not affected by it. All right.
Oh man, the top of this hole probably smells great.
Leopold, it's your turn. And yeah, there is some nasty reek rolling out of this hole right
Oh
now.
hey, I have that mask. Can I put that mask on from the?
Can we just discuss, like, for a second, the fact that we uncovered there's a bush-covered hole that smells gross? Nobody talking about that?
Oh well.
In fairness, he didn't
if,
tell us it smelled gross until after I was in the
True
hole.
enough.
Until after he already jumped in.
Not
Which,
to
I mean,
mention Havelock.
seems-
Very eagerly jumped
I had, like,
into the hole under
I
the
had like
bush.
3
Well-
one-liners that all got cut off at the knees by people just like barging through doing shit.
I'm assuming
But
it's smelly bushes.
we have to address it now.
Well, it's probably the fact that, like, since it was uncovered by Plea and not you, we could have just assumed that the stink wasn't a bathroom. I mean, he could have jumped in an outhouse, but it wasn't you who found it.
That's fair.
Well, I guess I'm going to try to swashbuckler slide down the rope and fire at the first enemy I see.
I don't believe the rope was actually attached.
Well, it's a rope of climbing.
automatically
It
attaches.
attaches.
Doesn't
Oh,
it take an
bam.
action to do so? Because nobody
It-
declared
well,
that it
I
was
also
attached
see-
anywhere.
We declared.
Yeah,
well,
they
we
said
declared
Havelock
that we were
said
going to be putting
before
it
I
on
jumped
the
in
tree.
that he was tying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That I was tying it to the tree at the same time Plea jumped in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I guess I will start going down the thing, and I will shoot at the first guy I see.
Sure. Give me a climb check.
Of course.
Ah.
Well, it's a +5 competency bonus, and from the rope, I hope.
I don't know.
Well, I try not to
Don't know if
fall.
that's gonna help you.
I try to stop the fall, and while I spin through the air wildly, pretending that's what I meant to do, I'm going to shoot.
Don't know if you want to do that.
Okay.
Oh no! I hope these aren't the explodey ones.
Leopold decides to do some fancy, like Boondock Saints shit here, and
Yep.
come descending into the room, guns ablazing. But he neglects to actually keep a hand on the rope as he reaches for his gun and draws back the hammer. And he go ahead and give me an attack roll while you shoot while falling to the ground.
Well, are they within 20 feet of me?
Yeah, they will be.
Okay, cool.
I'll move you down in here, and you can pick one.
All right.
You're going to fall
Oh,
on
what the
top
fuck?
of Plea.
Do I need to not get hit?
With an
by something? Is there
acrobatics
something-
check of 24, I'm not gonna be on like an adjacent square.
You don't get to fall on purpose when you fail a climb check.
You can do one, or you can do the other.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm never gonna pass a climb check because I have a negative in it, so the game automatically makes me fail those.
Roll an attack roll.
Sure.
Choose a target.
I'll even spend a grit point. I'll shoot this one. I'll even spend a grit point.
All right. I'm gonna give you probably well, it doesn't matter. It's gonna give you a pretty substantial minus for falling while shooting.
Is there any way that I can not get hit by the falling gunslinger?
I'll give you a reflex save here.
Because I don't want to get like knocked prone because a gunslinger falls on me.
I think
Don't worry, there's more to come.
I think like a DC 14 sounds fair.
Well, I
Woo!
get. I roll really bad.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be 10 feet of fall damage for both of you.
I don't negate that.
No, we've already discussed this. You both take 1 point of falling damage, and Leopold, you get shoved to an adjacent square. So we'll say this one. No. Yeah.
Should have
No.
shot that one. So yeah, there was
Okay, so 9
On that
damage
guy.
on that guy.
Is there anything I can use to try to figure out what the fuck these are?
Yeah,
I
you can use a knowledge
probably
check,
don't.
but I need a fort save from you while we do some bookkeeping here. Ooh,
I
that's
landed
no
right
bueno.
in Flavortown.
Yeah, you did. So you not only do you land on Plea and end up rolling towards one of these stinking creatures, but it looks at you very closely, and you just get a giant mouthful of its breath while you're gasping from the fall. And okay.
How
You are
unconscious am I
now
on a scale from 1 to dead?
sickened. You are sickened for 5 minutes.
Well, that's forever.
5 rounds. Yeah.
Oh no,
Minutes.
5 minutes.
Oh, minutes. What is?
That's literally forever.
Oh.
That's really bad.
Well, it's a negative 2. I think I'm okay if I'm attacking
might-
their touch.
Well, no, I can't.
Wait. Can I heal him? And would that take it away or no? Or is that
I
different?
don't know if magical healing removes sicken.
Leopold, this is very important. Or I should say, Travis, this is very important. What does your character say, and how does he say it?
It's sorry, please.
No, there's a very good reason I'm saying that, but I can't say it without like telling everyone else what to do, and my character can't tell everyone else what to do.
Oh God, the stench.
There you go.
Doesn't
that
seem
works.
like.
Well, no, you probably hear me hit, and you hear me say like 2 words, and then I just start retching.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cause like that's basically what's going on. Also, are these by any chance an alchemy roll? Because I have alchemy
don't think so.
engineering. Okay, because I know we've been fighting constructs recently. I didn't know
Yep.
if that's what these ones are.
Nope.
They look to be in straitjackets. Is that what they are?
Maybe. All right, Xenesis, it's your turn. So you you heard Leopold fall into the hole, land on Plea, or at least you heard a loud thud, and now you hear Leopold throwing up.
Oh, Plea, are you okay down there?
Plea looks
How do
over
you
at
want him to
Leopold.
respond?
Plea looks over at Leopold and glares, and then he looks up at the hole and glares, and then he looks at the nearest enemy and just like makes a motion that's like tells the enemy, "Just get this over with. Please kill me now."
That is my favorite. She's just like waiting at the hole.
Sorry,
He's
I
not
forgot.
saying anything.
Oh no, he's definitely not okay. I'm sorry. It's been a hot minute since I've played.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Sorry.
Um,
I, my character can't say this, but I hope that the sound of Leopold vomiting and making really nasty sounds inspires other people to maybe, I don't know, hold their breath.
Well,
How long can we
I
hold our
thought
breath,
the mask
though?
would help. You know what? I yell up the hole. The mask does nothing.
The goggles, they do nothing.
The goggles, they do nothing.
Technically, you can hold your breath for 2 rounds per point of constitution you have.
Okay.
Hey.
So,
Well, so based on let's see who. Yeah, based on Leopold, I think I'm gonna go hold my breath and jump down the hole.
Okay. You're jumping down the
Yeah.
hole.
Well,
Yeah.
the rope. Sorry, I'm climbing down the rope.
Alright.
I'll roll a climb.
Because you can jump down the hole, but you have to roll acrobatics. So it's like, do you want to roll climb or acrobatics? That's kind of what you get to choose.
You know, both are shitty, so.
Well, you're in for a wild ride.
The rope
I have,
gives you
like,
plus
negative-
5.
Wild ride.
Oh, I'll do climb because I don't have a -2. Okay.
Well,
Remember when I said
you
there were more
you actually make it
Of course.
sweet.
because it'd be DC 10.
You rolled really bad, Leopold, just saying.
I have a -1.
Because
I
it's
mean, she-
it's
I
a
have a
knotted
-1.
rope, right?
I
Yeah,
literally
it's
cannot
a knotted rope.
Okay,
of climbing,
of climbing,
which gives another +5.
which I think should be a DC 10. It doesn't explicitly say. It says an unknotted rope is DC 15, so I think 10 makes sense for knotted rope.
The only thing special about the rope of climbing is that it automatically knots itself. It doesn't actually give you extra, so it just makes a knotted rope automatically.
I thought it gave you a competency bonus.
Wait, so does that lower the DC or does that give a bonus?
Blah, blah, blah. Rope of climbing can be commanded to knot or unknot itself. That's it.
It lowers the DC of climb checks while using it by 10.
Oh shit. Okay, well then yeah, she for sure makes it.
Boop, boop, boop.
I don't think Leopold did though. No.
3 + 2. I would have been alright.
I tug on the rope to let people know that I made it down safely.
Yep. Let me drag you over. Lol. 1 sec.
Well,
Okay. We're running out of space here. So, Xenesis, you actually have to stop 5 feet above the ground. Because at this time you can't descend into a square. So you're just
Okay.
sort of holding on to the rope right now.
okay.
And I believe that'll be your turn, because a standard action would be climbing, right?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
I shout over to Havelock, who is still over by the tree, that it seems they can't go down any further. It must be a small chamber.
I'd be surprised if it was a really big one.
Oh my god.
Seems like a tight chamber in this small bush covered hole.
Smelly.
You're doing
Smelly
that thing where you
bush-covered
are,
hole.
where it seems that you're making humor, but I'm not sure that I understand.
It's a human
yes.
thing.
Yes.
All right.
It's so great.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna run over that. What is that gonna be? 20 feet to get to the hole, or 15?
Whatever it says.
Well, it depends on what square you put the hole in. That's 15 feet to get to the hole. I will
Okay.
climb down to just above Xenesis.
Okay.
Is that 10 feet off the ground?
Yeah, you'll be just out of the, well, she's not like, Yeah, I guess it would be 5 feet. Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
you'd be at 10.
So then I'm gonna deliberately jump off the rope and try to land like next, next to the barrel or on the barrel.
Oh, so you want to do
that I
like a
could-
little like swinging motion.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that'll. How do you want to roll for that? I think climb
Wouldn't it
makes
be
sense for
acrobatics?
descending, but yeah,
Yeah.
acrobatics would be fine. So let's do
Okay.
climb and then acrobatics.
Okay. Climb. Pretty sure I'm gonna make it.
Yep,
even
that's
if
good
though I
enough.
rolled a 2. Acrobatics, not so good at that, but maybe enough.
Let's take a look at our acrobatics.
DC is 10 for 10 feet.
Yeah, if you're treating it as a long jump, yeah, but that requires a
Oh,
running start.
High jump. Wait. Falling. Falling is something else.
There's not an official rule for this. I'm just kind of browsing over what the DCs are for various things so I can put something
10
together.
feet of falling is
15.
Oh no, that is long jump.
DC 15 acrobatics allows you to ignore the first 10 feet of damage, or 10 feet fallen when doing damage. You still end up prone if you take damage from the fall.
DC 15.
I think that it makes sense to call this falling intentionally, because you basically are.
Well, I am.
Yeah, so I think you don't pass that. So you'll land on the barrel, and then you'll trip and kind of fall off of it, and
Okay.
end up right here, and you'll take a little bit of fall damage, but that's shouldn't be too bad.
1d6 of non-lethal, right?
I think it is lethal.
Is it?
It'll be 2 points of damage. I believe
Okay.
it is lethal. I'm not sure.
Non-lethal for
Is it
falling
non-lethal?
damage.
Okay.
I think if you choose to, but maybe you have to nail the save for that.
Oh, gotcha.
Is there any room down there?
Not really.
Yeah, if a
I-
character deliberately jumps instead of falling or slipping, the first 1d6 is non-lethal. Everything after that is lethal.
Have luck, I need a fort save from you, bud.
Oh yeah.
Because you landed in some nasty stinkies.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
You don't get affected, though, I don't think. Nope, you're fine.
Stinky
Yeah.
dodos.
Oh, it smells like my outhouse. Why am I doing that voice? That's not the voice. Wrong character.
You should bring your southern accent from the other game.
Well, we already have a gunslinger, so
He's not really doing much in the way of character voices, though.
that's fair.
And you guys are already pretty
I don't
close to being identical.
But it's high noon.
Yeah.
I'm like swinging in from the hole. It's high.
That's basically what happened.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh.
I need a do-over.
Do over.
All right. Ilix, it's your turn.
Like, is there even room for me to get down there?
If you try to do my maneuver.
I just want
God.
to say you could wait until after I go because I'm last in the turn order, or you can hold your action to climb down once I go, or ready that action.
Yeah,
I
you could.
guess.
You could delay your action until someone climbs off the rope.
Sure. Sounds good.
Well, everybody kind of went barreling down at once and didn't really wait for each other.
Yeah.
Not really sure if there was really a way we could have approached this otherwise. I mean,
Someone's
Right.
got to go first.
All right.
I think there is.
Lower the rope and invite them up.
Oh, they changed
have-
acrobatics.
Have Ilix climb down and look with her vision and stealth.
Oh shit! I didn't realize they changed acrobatics to say that because it used to say you ignore the first 10 feet of fall damage, but now it's non-lethal.
If you do it intentionally.
Right, but it used to be if you fell intentionally, you could roll acrobatics to ignore the damage, but it looks like they made it non-lethal now, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you do acrobatics, you avoid the first 10 feet of damage, and from the second 10 feet of damage is non-lethal if you hit the check.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But it also says if a character deliberately jumps instead of merely slipping or falling, the damage is the same, but the first 1d6 is non-lethal.
So if you fail the check, it's non-lethal for the first 10 feet, and then lethal for the rest. If you succeed, then you ignore the first 10 feet, and so the second 10 feet becomes the non-lethal, and everything else is
weird. Okay, I'll have to give that a read over later. Alrighty, time for the beasties. Do they speak languages? They do. Oh, I didn't plan for that. Okay.
I would love to hear these guys' voices.
These guys have been down here for 4 months. How the fuck? They must eat. Well, I don't know.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that was exactly it.
Oh boy, things are gonna get spicy in here. Alright, so number 1.
By the way, I choose to dodge that one.
That's a crit
which
threat.
means I get a +1. Cool. How much do you do to me?
He rolled a 20 and then a 1, so I guess he just confirms a hit. Don't see that every day.
He's a min-maxer.
I guess. He's going to try to bite you, Leopold. And he will bite you for that'll be 7 points of damage, and then I need a fort save.
Saw it coming.
And then another fort save.
Awesome.
A fort save, and then another fort save.
Okay, well you make the second one, but you feel a chill come over you, almost like you've come down with a fever.
Well, that's not good.
Let me see when this onset occurs.
Hopefully 10 days from now.
Okay. Sure seems like that's immediate, so... you will take 1 point of con and 3 points of dex damage.
Cool.
3 points of what now?
Dex.
Okay. Okay, so
Luckily
I'm
it's
not going
damage
down
and not drain.
Goodbye.
Alright. That's the first one.
Can you hold on to the rope with your feet and shoot from the ceiling?
The second one's going to attack you now. He will critical fail. And he won't make his check, so he'll just fall down. Alright, number 3 is going to attack Havelock. And he's going to miss. And number 4 is going to attack Plea. And also miss.
Nice.
Plea, it's your turn. I need a fort save.
Okay. I was gonna say, can I hold my breath?
No. The stench is overwhelming.
Okay. In that case, don't even bother.
It's not going to do it. You are also going to be sickened. You'll be sickened for 7 minutes.
Okay, 1 second. Let me turn on sickened, because I don't know what that does. I am going... That doesn't give me... Okay, it's not...
-2 to attack, saves, damage rolls, skills, and abilities.
Okay, cool. I can still do all my actions. I'm going to 5-foot step. I am then going to use a swift action to use one of my key points to give myself +4 dodge bonus to my AC for the next round. And I am going to Flurry of Blows.
This should be fun.
The one between me and Havelock.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
That's a hit and a miss. So 5 damage.
Okay.
Leopold.
All right. That one is prone at the moment. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on the other one because he's going to have to get up, so he can't do a full round. Hopefully, I can kill him. So I'm going to do a rapid shot touch for both of them. Luckily, I'm still against touch because now that I've lost 3 decks, hoo boy.
Don't you? Oh, you don't provoke with firearms.
No, I do not.
Bullshit.
I took the gunslinger feat.
So dumb.
You can get the same thing for crossbow and bow and arrow as well.
I know.
It's just-
Still, it's no fun for me though.
Nice. I don't have any. I do not have any grip points left, so I can't do the up close. But
Are you doing rapid shot?
I'm doing rapid shot. Yes. So it is
it's a 16 and a 25.
16 touch and a 25. Yeah.
Okay, those will both hit.
Sweeto.
10 and 13. Which one are you hitting?
The one that's standing up, because the other one has to get up before he can really be a threat to me.
Ooh, hold the
I mean,
phone.
unless
You
I
have another -2 from sickened.
From what now?
You're sickened.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a 14 and a 23. Yeah, those will both still hit. But you do take a minus on your damage rolls as well from being sickened. So
Is it really?
Yep.
Damn. Okay. How does that affect my gun? I guess maybe not aiming at the critical areas
Yeah.
because I'm vomiting or something. I was just trying to.
Trying to steady your aim while you're throwing up. Yeah.
Well, like it's like my bullets are also sick.
Yep.
They come
Comes out of the gun
Oh.
and throws up Mario style.
Yeah.
But that one dies.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay, so they're not as bad, but they are kind of whittling us down.
Xenesis.
Well, they're whittling me down.
I suppose I'll get off the rope. Can I move here?
Yeah, you can drop off the rope and move to there, and then I need a fort save from you.
Okay.
Xenesis,
I'd suggest holding your breath.
What is this poison?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you make it.
Easy.
She's like fucking roses.
I've smelt
Then it
worse,
just goes,
guys. You guys are
death. That's what this
Yeah.
is.
Pharasma.
plasma perfume all over.
Oh god.
Pharasma.
I hope that's not pharasmic perfume.
Pharasma for her.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I tug on the rope and say, Alex, it's good for you to come down.
I'm feeling a little
I'm fine.
pharasmatic.
I'm fine up here. Oh, there's beasts coming from the woods. I must attend to them.
I must attend
good
to
luck.
them.
But yeah, Illich says, yes, I'll be down in a moment.
Okay, so what role are you wanting me to roll? Have luck with your hint about,
So I'm asking if you can identify what this poison is.
and that would be a heal check, right?
Yes.
Oh, I have that. Sure.
Probably.
I don't need it. She's got this.
Xenesis, you're
Mhm.
aware that the stench in the room smells so strongly of death and corruption that it makes people sick.
Okay.
I hold up my arm and go, and what about this? Because my arm is currently kind of melting a little bit.
I don't know if I can roll 2 heals in a row, can I?
Could
I'm
I?
treating the
Because
first
I'm
heal as just
feeling
like a knowledge check. You can, if you want to check him out on your turn, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll check him out. But I have luck. The smell is exactly what it description. I don't know what else to say.
It's exactly what it seems to be.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
really bad.
It just sucks down here.
So Leopold, yeah, your arm. I don't know, your body.
You're dead. I don't know where he bit me, but I explained my symptoms because I think it was just a fever.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
felt a
hot.
chill come over you. Xenesis is aware
chill.
that this is called ghoul fever.
Ooh,
And
that gives me a clue what these are then.
If a human dies as a result, well, actually, if they die and have the fever, then they rise as a ghoul on the next midnight.
Oh.
Does she know if it's a disease or a poison?
It is a disease.
Ooh,
Guys, guess what?
I think I can cure disease.
You can, but
OP.
not this turn.
I know.
Ghoul.
It takes 10
ghoul
minutes to
fever
cure
is-
disease with heal,
Mhm.
so it's not something you can do in
And
combat.
also, Havelock, I super want you to think about how your character's reacting to all this, because it is very analogous to your backstory.
Oh, no kidding. Actually,
How?
Graves outside, building burned down, and now ghouls.
Oh.
It's backwards from your story, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the opposite
But
way.
the
but I guess
elements
that's
are still
true.
there.
That's true. It doesn't. I guess the reason it didn't occur to me is that like this is a sanctuary and like as opposed to like a house or something like that.
Fair enough.
Where there were like already gravestones as opposed to like a farmhouse. But that's fair.
I just wanted to say that Ghoul Fever is also going to be Ilix's new teen
course.
goth band.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Darp, I think this. I have a line here. This bonus increases by +1 for every 5 Inquisitor levels she possesses. Would you roll that as being on 1, 6, 11? That they like gained that bonus?
Does they say 5 levels after first?
It says no. It said that's why it's weird. For every 5 levels she possesses.
that
So
should
5,
be
10, 15,
5,
20.
10, right?
yeah.
So
it
my
should be
assumption-
5, 10, 15,
yeah.
20.
Okay, that's what I thought, but then I was like, I don't actually know. I'm going to activate my Purity Judgment, which is a
Okay.
+2 on all saving throws. And I had it
I
at
need a
+1.
force save before that takes place.
Inquisitor does really have a neat kit.
Yeah, they're
That's
fun.
really good.
But
Okay,
the save will be
so it should
before
be a
you do that.
22.
Okay, so you managed to not get nauseated by the awful stench down here.
Cool. So it is Purity, and I will make a 5 foot here and draw my greatsword as part of my move action. And I'm now flanking this creature. Can I identify it?
Yeah.
Or try to identify it? And we've got enough light in here, right? You want me to roll nature or arcana, religion?
Engineering. Oh,
Religion.
It'd be religion.
Yeah. Well,
Well, afraid you
rolled
don't know
a 2.
much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're ugly and
These
nasty
things-
looking.
They're monsters.
Mhm.
Swing my greatsword at you.
Oh, he's flanking too.
That's gonna be. Oh, you are flanking.
Yes.
And you're not sickened. Well,
Right.
hot damn.
Ayo.
You'll still miss.
But
Sweet.
damn.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Huh.
Hyped it up for fun.
They must be really high decks.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, I mean, they kind of have like the archetype look, I guess. They kind of look like hunters from, well, if they were also goblins. I don't know.
Ilix, it sucks down here.
I don't know if she can line up a shot or not.
gone right now. Leave a message. Beep.
Ilix
She's just up
wouldn't know
there
enough to
setting
make
up.
that joke.
I rolled a 30 on sense motive. Like, I'm pretty sure that I knew she was bullshitting.
Well, she's up here and you're down there.
Ilix, it sucks. Get down
We see
here.
the bush slowly be put back in place over the hall.
The moonlight disappears as the bush
Yeah.
is replaced, and Ilix goes home and never comes back to this place again.
She just like wanders out into the forest like, fuck this human shit.
Right?
Well, she can't really go home. because she's banished.
You know.
I don't think our
Schwarzenegger
characters
there.
don't know that.
Yeah,
It's
our
true.
characters don't
Yeah.
know that.
I didn't know that out of game even.
I didn't know that
So-
either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
News
I
to
don't
me.
think anyone did, except for Tanner, and now all of us.
Well,
Oh, GM, was that a spoiler?
that's pretty
Sean!
bad
I
then.
wasn't
Oh
listening.
my god. I was hoping to scream over it loud enough.
Yeah, the problem
Um,
you did well, but it was after is the issue.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Unfortunately,
The delays.
Yeah.
in
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I
yeah.
thought everyone's character
Voice-
stories were in their handouts for some reason.
Nope.
That's fair.
So Alex is going to climb down and try to
Making the
figure
noise.
out what the fuck is going on.
Oh, you might be able to identify these things. Because they're not constructs. I'm gonna just
No.
take the fucking guess that they're probably undead. Because
It's
I got ghoul
religion.
fever.
I
Oh,
don't
it's
think.
religion?
Yeah, Ilix
Mhm.
doesn't have religion as
I have
well.
religion. I don't
He
have a
does.
lot of it, but I have religion.
Right.
So
She
Ilix,
specializes in identifying undead.
Ilix comes sliding down the rope with absolutely no effort. Just like
Using
like
only
a
like a-
fireman.
Like a Cirque du Soleil performance,
Yeah.
just
Funny.
like
Yeah,
She's
gliding down
sliding
upside down with it
a
wrapped
knotted
around a
rope.
leg.
that's exactly what I was thinking of, actually.
That's why it's so
Hey.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I able? I'm not able to. Am I able to land safely? Because I don't see anything yet.
Yeah.
There's a
Can you
spotlight over here.
Can you stay on the rope? I'm just saying, like,
Sure. I mean, if I can stay
Well, you gotta
suspended
just
and
clench the thighs.
I would, if you could, that would be awesome. If you could just stay suspended at the ceiling and shoot down on the room.
I don't know. I don't know if I've got enough clearance to negate being basically in melee with this guy.
If you're above him, you will.
Well, but
It's like
it's
you
only
don't
like
come off the
10
rope.
feet.
Yeah, like if you come up just out of the part where the clearing happens, where like you're floating above them, you're 10 feet above. Just shoot them from 10 feet
I'm
above.
not. I'm not 10 feet above. I would have to to be 10 feet above. I'd have to hang upside down with just my torso sticking out of the hole. Because
And
there's 5 feet of dirt and there's 10 feet.
you're the one with the fucking thighs that
You're
can
an
break a
elf.
watermelon right now.
I mean, that's up
Just
to Chris.
Legolas, the shit.
Yeah.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Can Ilix suspend herself from the rope?
Oh
Upside
yeah,
down.
totes. Yeah. With a 22, fuck
I?
yeah. Do whatever the fuck
A
you want.
22 plus 10, essentially.
Yeah.
22 is super good.
You have like a 32 on climb. You do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want with that rope. I don't give a shit.
Cool.
Maybe not.
Alright.
BDSM. There you go.
I was
Okay.
about
She
to say,
hangs
but
herself
you know
from the
what?
rope above us.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
This seems the best choice.
I'm done with this human shit.
It looks surprisingly emo tonight.
Yeah. Are you aware of this this new musical sensation that I've learned of? They're called A Fire Inside, I believe. They go by AFI. They're quite
no.
moving.
That blow us all up.
Okay, so I'm upside down and I'm going to attack this guy nearest me with a
Oh, can you check to see what they are first?
Also a good idea.
I think
Well,
I think using a climb skill requires a standard action, so I don't think you can
Oh.
attack the same turn.
I was gonna say you didn't let me
Oh, it's
do
true. Yeah.
anything.
Well,
I wasn't gonna say
can
anything.
give you a 20 on a knowledge check.
Yeah, you can. So you know that these are a particular type of ghoul called a Ghast.
Ew.
You can ask me, let's say, the 20, 2 questions.
Special attacks. I guess we already know. Well,
Climbing is
well,
part of a
Ilix
move
might
action.
not, but
now
oh, climbing's a move, so she can attack.
Yeah, climbing is part of a move.
Oh yeah, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to attack when I came down.
You fell.
And-
You didn't.
yeah.
You didn't succeed at climbing.
I
Just-
mean, I was climbing.
Clarification.
I was climbing, and then I totally meant to flip through the air and land on top of you. We were gonna make a human pyramid, but it was,
Yeah, woulda, coulda,
you may have
shoulda.
been climbing, but
Huh,
in
that one's-
reality, you were falling.
That one's
Wishing one
not
hand, spitting
on
the other.
my cheat sheet, so I apologize for that one.
It's
but just to
it's-
keep it
it's a very weird
consistent,
action.
Just to keep it consistent, I'm going to deny it this round, just
For
so
fairness'
everyone
sake.
has the
Yep.
same thing.
Yep.
And then following rounds,
Appreciated.
we'll do that. But yeah, special attacks. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah.
Well, you know that their bite carries a disease called ghoul fever, and they also have a paralysis that can be
Oh,
given as part of their bite.
so that's the first one.
Be wary, the bite can paralyze. And perhaps other things as well.
I didn't know
Uh,
about the paralysis. I'm glad that didn't get me.
And special defenses.
They have channel resistance, and they give off a stench in a 10-foot radius that causes a sickened effect.
Xenesis, the power, your ability to channel your god will be diminished against these creatures. Be careful.
Thank you, Alex.
Good, I like that.
I'm going back upstairs now.
No.
Puts on his Walkman and just goes back up.
You've told us these are undead, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I say they're ghouls, undead beasts.
That's enough for me. That's enough for me. Swift action. Activate Undead Bane, baby.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna miss this time.
All right, it's critter turn. This one's going to stand up, and I don't think it provokes from Leopold.
No, I don't provoke with ranged yet. But I'm
You
going
don't
to be
threaten,
dodging
yeah.
him with I'm going to be dodging him with a +1 to AC. I have no grip, so I can use
because
deeds.
Sickened doesn't affect your AC. All right,
It doesn't? Oh, neat. Well,
No.
that's extra bonus then.
it's -2 to everything else, basically.
Yeah.
All the
Uh,
vomit makes it harder to hit you.
Ew.
He doesn't
Ew.
want to touch me. No, you know what? I don't think they care. They're kind of living down here.
No, the blows just slide off.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna attack you with his claws for 21, which I imagine hits.
It does. Beats my 20.
Okay.
30.
Ooh, that'll be 9 damage, and I need a fort save.
Ow. Oh, I thought it was on there. Okay. Hey!
Yeah. You do not
did it.
succumb to. You do not succumb to the paralysis that comes from touching these creatures. The next one is going to attack.
As a point of order, I'm just curious whether or not that is a disease.
The paralysis, I'd imagine a poison.
Neither.
Really?
Yep, it's actually similar to a hold person effect.
Oh, so it's kind of a supernatural ability?
Yeah. It is a supernatural
Oh, okay.
ability, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Alright. This bottom one is going to attack Havelock for 18.
I believe that hits. Yeah, that's my AC.
You don't have a
Alright.
bonus with your judgment activated on them?
Only if I choose that judgment.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I
You
thought
have
when
to
you
pick.
chose the good, it was like the kind of a protection from evil sort of thing.
Alright.
No, there's a bunch of judgments.
Oh, okay.
They all do different things.
You'll take 4 points of damage, and I need 2 fort saves as he bites you.
Grand. 2 fort saves.
Paralysis and the other one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Failed them both.
Did you add your
Yes.
new? Okay. You only have okay.
We have a +3 to fort. I've Conjuring. So 4 Conjuring.
Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, you'll take 3 points of con damage. And 1 point of dex damage.
it's like the exact opposite of me.
And you will be paralyzed for...
Well, guys, it's been nice knowing you. We're gonna die.
You'll be paralyzed for
Say
3
that.
rounds.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no, you'll just turn into a ghoul, so no worries.
You'll undie. Don't worry.
You're a cleric of Pharasma? I would encourage you to rethink that.
I know.
I would encourage you to burn this place again.
So you guys see Havelock get bit by this creature. He looks down at his arm and his eyes go wide, and then he falls down, dropping his sword.
The beast is paralyzed. Havelock, got him.
I've got it. I don't know which one you're gonna attack.
Plea
please.
becomes
I'm definitely
very
gonna
angry
attack.
at this.
I'm definitely gonna be attacking
and
that
then the next one's going to attack Plea for 19.
Nope.
Well, look at you.
What's
I
the
mean,
game?
I used my key to get that
Plea.
+4. That was absolutely
I
necessary.
need a fort save from you.
All the time
Actually,
with these
you're
forts?
already sickened, so never mind.
Okay, good.
Double sickened.
Yeah, I was curious how that was gonna work. Like, does it just keep
Double
adding
It doesn't.
on?
Well, some effects would build on top of second and go to nauseated, which is way worse.
Yeah.
But this
That's the
one doesn't.
-4.
So actually,
Cool.
nauseated I think just takes you out of the fight. Yeah, you can't attack, cast spells, or do anything that requires attention. You can move.
You
That's
can
it.
only move. Yeah, nauseated is real
We should
bad.
leave this place.
Real bad. I am
Is this a
going.
poison? By the way?
Paralysis is
one-
not poison or
Paralysis
disease.
was supernatural,
Yeah,
and the
paralysis is
disease was the
supernatural.
ghoul fever. Ghoul Ghast fever, whatever the fuck it is.
Great.
Fever.
I
got the
am
looks and I got-
furiously angry at the one that knocked Havelock to the ground. So I am going to flurry.
It's not a curse either, right? I have my bonus is doubled against
Correct.
curses, diseases, or poisons.
It is not classified as a curse.
Okay,
Um,
making sure.
She's got zombie legs that go all
I
the
keep
way
rolling
up.
really shitty on
Ghoul
my second
fever!
attack. And then I'm gonna spend
It's lovely.
my. Okay, I have 3 key points. I'm gonna spend 1 more key point to keep my defenses up.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that attacked Havelock.
That's a good plan. 22 will hit for 9, and then what are you doing?
Then I'm using another key point to keep my defenses up for another round.
Okay, that one's not looking too good. But you can see that he is kind of happily standing over Havelock's corpse. Or not corpse, but body. It's not a corpse yet.
Yeah.
Soon to be corpse.
Put my gun in and go, not on my watch, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna fire at him twice and use a grit point,
Pew, pew.
And
even if it's fucking overkill.
yep, he'll splatter across the room.
Nice job, guys. Only
Xenesis.
this part of my mouth I could still move.
I look at Zenith and go, don't suppose you could spare something.
Oh, don't worry. Once we're out of this mess, I've got something up my sleeve.
Oh,
Give you a little thumbs up.
Xenesis,
once we're out
I
of the
need
mess.
a fort save from you.
Okay.
Have you used all your channel energies?
Probably.
These are undead, right?
Right, but
They have channel
they're-
resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
channel
Oh,
resistant.
probably.
No,
Well-
it's a definitely. That's what Alex found out in his religion
Oh,
check. Her religion
Still,
check.
the healing wouldn't go completely unmissed.
That's true. Could heal everyone. Did my fort do it?
Yeah, you made it.
Cool. All right. I should probably travel over to Havelock.
Only real safe way would be
Long way.
yeah. It's not difficult terrain in here, is it?
No, that's outside.
I don't.
I just hop to
Shoot.
one road to the next, and then
You can move through allies, so you can just walk through.
Okay, so if you go here and then here, you're fine. So if you go to my square and then to this one, you'll be okay. They can't grab you.
They could.
Oh, right, because
Okay.
it's the thing.
right there.
You'd still be moving within 5 feet.
Yeah,
of
you'll
them.
still provoke,
Yeah.
but you want to tumble?
Sure. Was the acrobatics though?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there'd really be no way to go. They're kind of
Can
blocking
she just?
everything, aren't they?
Can you just go from barrel to barrel?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Can
Why
I do
not?
that?
Yeah. You
I mean, either
could.
way, she crosses through a threatened square
Yeah,
or
'cause
leaves a
there's this
threatened
one
square.
here.
This is
Oh,
threatened,
that's true.
and that one's threatened.
Yeah, and then if she tried to go all the way around, there's the top and then here. So
Leap up, grab onto the rope. Robin Hood swing over their heads, land next to me or on me. You can share my square.
Yeah, I'll
he
swing
is
You're-
over.
useless.
I'm paralyzed.
You're gonna make the cleric fucking. Okay.
You know what? That would be a
Alright.
great idea if it was plea, but
I will try. Does my acrobatics do such a thing?
Let me compare your acrobatics to his CMD. If you're just tumbling to that square, that's gonna be a no. You're gonna get attacked.
Lovely.
you still get to move though. Like,
This
I'm
is
gonna,
how Xenesis broke her neck.
21 for sure hits. So he's gonna bite you. So I need 2 fort saves from you.
Okay.
You're gonna take 9 points of damage.
Maybe I shouldn't have moved.
I was out of the room when you guys were deciding what to do.
You'll make both saves, but you do take 9 damage.
Okay. So now that I moved. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay.
No, you can do his thing. Sorry.
Well, I guess I really don't know what to do. I mean, Havelock's just paralyzed, right? How much damage did you take? I don't see your health bar, so I don't know.
I didn't
Yeah,
take
it's
any
fine,
damage. I just took
Okay.
con drain.
Oh, it's con. Oh no,
Okay.
con damage.
Con
Not drain,
damage.
right?
I also
Okay.
have 4 points of con drain.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, we don't know anyone that can fix that yet, so.
We've been looking, but we haven't.
We
found
do. I
anyone.
think we just haven't had. Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Did you
Yeah, no,
change my
we
health,
wanted to go to
Chris?
Yes, I did.
the sister.
Thank you.
The sister of justice or whatever.
I'm still missing HP
Yeah.
from our last fight, but
I mean, you could.
you're not
do
really
you,
gonna. I don't know
Do you
if
have
you can do anything.
channels? Do you have?
Oh yeah, I do have channels. Let's see.
You
I
can
have
channel to
2
heal
left.
us all.
All right, I'll channel. That's what I'll do.
If
Okay.
they're undead, they won't be healed.
Right. You can move on to the next person. I'll get the dice rolling.
For my action, I lay there staring up vacant-eyed at Xenesis as she decides what to do.
Oh, don't worry, Havelock. It'll be okay. I promise.
I stare at her.
There's really not much else he can do. He's yeah, he's probably face down in this whatever's on the floor.
I lay there. Why am I face down?
I don't know. It's funnier that way.
I lay there drooling into the dirt.
I don't know.
Roleplay
I
that,
can't help but
please.
think. I
Ooh,
cannot help
nice.
but think that this room is not filled. This is not dirt.
Not just dirt.
The thing that's making it stinky is these guys, not the room itself. I don't know if that was readily apparent when Alex described them, but they're emitting a stench.
Well,
Correct.
Okay.
I just can't help but think a place that's housing 4 undead wouldn't have some filth around.
Oh, there's lovely filth over here.
You said that very close to Alex's character voice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So everyone gets that +7. That beautiful heals.
Oh, all right.
We all
let's
smell
channel
down here.
that. Georgie.
That includes you, Xenesis.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Chris, are you gonna do it, or do you want me to do it?
Do what?
Do you want me to add my number? Because I know you subtracted my number.
Yeah, you can add it if you want. I was just doing it for you because you were taking a little bit, and I know your
Sure.
computer's slow.
Yeah, it is slow. Can you add it for me, please?
Yep.
Thanks.
Cool. I think that's Xenesis.
Yes.
Havelock.
Too many
Well.
S's in your name.
I'm drooling in the dirt.
Yes, you are. Alex.
Can you do anything while paralyzed? Like,
No,
Nope.
okay.
you
Breathe.
can't move or
hopefully.
act.
Probably
You
wet
can
your pants.
you can do mental things. That's it.
Okay.
Internal
Solve-
screaming.
Yeah.
Solve for Mott's theorem for me.
Like I'm
Right.
still conscious.
Run your multiplication tables for me.
Yeah, I am.
Do your taxes.
Okay, so Ilix is going to. I'm not sure exactly how she does this, but I think she's going to say like, "Aim for the head and the heart. Those are the weak places, generally on undead." And that's her sharing her hunter's bond with you all, which gives you
Excellent.
half of my favorite enemy bonus, which is going to which would be a +2 to attacks and damage, I believe.
Nice.
Excellent.
For all of you,
Sexy.
which that counts as a move action
Oh.
since I can't technically move.
And that negates the sicken.
Most of it. Not all of it.
-2. Well, yeah, but on the attacks at least.
Yeah,
Attacks and damage, yes, but the saves, no.
the immediate
Yeah.
concerns, and so then I am going to grab an arrow. Somehow I'm hoping that hanging upside down, all my arrows haven't fucking spilled out everywhere.
Now you're holding them all.
Yeah, they're like wedged into some kind of
With a 32 climb,
something in
you
the bottom.
flipped it upside down while you came down. It's,
Nice.
Yeah.
It's dope. All
It's
right.
kick it
Flip
with
it
your foot.
sideways, just enough that you can still grab stuff out of it without everything falling out.
Well, I am going to drop a deadly aim shot against this bad boy up here.
Okay.
And roll like dicks. That's a 15.
Your quick and forward roll was like really good, but your actual roll was not.
Oh.
Well, it's a 16 because of point blank.
Unfortunately,
still don't think
16 is
it
not
makes
going to
it.
hit. No.
Yeah.
My lord.
It's just a really bad roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Monster time. I think this one's going to attack Leopold again. Does that make sense, or would it?
I mean, I doubt they're. Well, I guess we don't know. Are they intelligent? I
Yeah,
don't
it's
even know
going
if
to
they
try
are.
to attack you.
Okay.
20.
That's right on the money, I think. Unless the hunter bonus helps at all.
It doesn't give you AC.
Oh, okay.
All right, that'll be 4 damage. I need a fort save.
Oh boy. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Yes! Not today. I don't.
Mm,
I am like the least fortitudinous person in this party.
Yeah, you made that one.
And that's a +2 versus the. Yeah, so it negates the
Yep.
second.
Let's see. Ooh, they do have acrobatics. Fantastic. This one's going to 5 foot to here. And it's going to attack Plea. An 8. He misses.
yep.
Carry on.
I don't want to be paralyzed, so I'm going to spend another swift action and another key point. I am running out of those, so hopefully these guys die soon. And I'm going to flurry the one that attacked me. Come on, good rolls. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a pair of hits right there.
Nice.
Nice.
You already have sickened calculated into that, correct?
Sickened and Hunter's Bond are both calculated in that.
Fantastic.
Those are the right numbers.
Squish.
Perfect. And then I'm going to use my move action to step over here.
Okay. Leopold.
I could get behind him and start a thing, but I think I'm just gonna try to rapid shot and kill him. Oh fuck! How many bullets do I have left? Because I used 2 last time. I have 8. Oh boy. Okay, well.
Yeah. So he's dead too.
Nice.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag all of the bodies to this corner over here.
Sweet. So we don't have to do forts.
Sure. Yep.
I go.
Then I'm gonna run to this corner and then see if I
Yeah.
can still smell the
I'm-
stench.
I'm gonna
You
go
can't
over
s-
to. I'm gonna go over to Havelock on the ground, and as he's coming out of the paralysis, I go, "You might want this," and I hand him the potion of cure light wounds that I still have, in case he needs it. I don't know if there's.
I'll just So wait, do we get healed from the channel energy?
Yes.
You
7.
get
How much?
7 from the healing, the channel.
Ilix is going to continue sliding
I'm
down
good.
the rope like
Upside down, Cirque du
Spider-Man,
Soleil.
and then gracefully extend her legs out and stand up in one fluid motion. And yeah. Yeah,
I'm
if
gonna
this was an anime, there would be like a little sparkle as her hair like flipped through the air.
That's amazing.
Well,
I
you
agree
made
with
that look
this.
easy.
if
And then
it's
for
an
some
anime,
reason-
these eyes are just gonna go like super chibi.
And and just for no reason at all, just a flourish of doves come out from
Yeah.
behind her cape.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
from the Ghasts?
Where did they get in there?
They come out of the zombies.
I signed to the Genesis. Do you think that you could heal the bite that afflicted Leopold and Havelock?
I sure could, but it's gonna have to be one day and then the next day, because I can only cast it once a day.
I don't think I'm dying
Well,
just yet.
you have
You can treat disease as a heal check, can't you?
yeah, as a heal check.
Oh,
you
I
can-
can? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay, okay.
Treat disease is the disease save DC, and I believe it takes. Oh,
10
actually,
minutes, I want to say.
poison is the short one. Disease is long.
I think it's only 10 minutes though.
Let me see.
Again, I don't think I'm
Can I
dying
cast
just yet.
guidance on myself before I do the heal check?
It is
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Okay,
It
I
is
cast
indeed
guidance.
10 minutes.
You help Havelock. I'll see if I can help myself.
Yeah, Havelock. He's using his
Nope.
sword as like a cane, like a crutch, and he looks like he is healthy,
You're about spent.
but on death's door more or less. He has 7 point. He's missing 7 con right now
Oh God.
from
that
his
is bad.
total.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
very
looking
shriveled.
great at all.
I pull out a potion of lesser restoration from my bags and give it to Havelock.
Oh yeah.
That cures
As the
damage.
piano begins again.
Where's the damage?
1d4.
Is that for all damage? Ability damage?
Cures 1d4 ability damage.
All right. Do you want to roll it, or do you want me to?
I mean, I gave you the
Drink it.
potion. So
All right,
drink
I
the
drink it. Hey.
Nice.
So that will take care of all the bite.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for drain. You gotta have
Yeah.
the restoration spell cast
Yeah.
on you for that. But
Oh, and you got your dex back.
I will chug it, and as I'm starting to feel a little better, drop the bottle and look at Pali. And this is probably one of the rare times Havelock has ever looked upset with Pali and he'll say, "Do you absolutely have to just dive in to every situation? We have an elf. We maybe could have planned for that a little better. Because every time you dive in, I always dive in after you." And then I get paralyzed. Remember the basement we were in 2 hours ago and you jumped into the water and then I jumped in after you and immediately got paralyzed underwater?
Oh yeah, you got grappled. That's right. Yeah, you got suplexed into the water.
I'm just gonna say this once. I'm not gonna jump in after you next time. I will follow you, but I'm gonna cast Divine Favor first. I'm
Take
gonna
his time.
cast some others. I'm gonna prep myself, and then I will cautiously wade in after you.
Plea
Because this is
Please.
not working out for me.
Plea doesn't sign anything. He just puts a hand on Havelock's shoulder, looks him in the eye, and gives you a smile and then a nod.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna start looking around the room.
Okay.
So Zena says or Havelock, I think
Nope.
you're much better now.
Yeah, that 28 should cure the disease.
By the way,
Yes.
I feel only I feel just as shitty as I did this morning, which is a marked improvement over how I felt a minute ago.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Ilix is going to come over and look at your bite wound and say, yes, I suffered a wound similar to that. And she like pulls at the bracer on her arm and shows you one. It's like, well, it took me many days to recover from. So count yourself lucky that we had such useful brews.
Oh, indeed.
Yes,
Thanks
I
for
do.
the call out, by the way.
I'll count myself much luckier when I finally get this whatever he's afflicted by, this
fever.
disease. No, the other one, the one from the other crypt that we jumped into.
Oh, the was it the? Oh God,
Please,
the
these
poltergeist thing.
Yeah, that guy.
Plea continues vomiting.
Oh no, it's been.
I'm not
fine,
nauseous.
I'd
I'm
imagine.
sick.
No, you continue vomiting.
I walk over to Havelock. No, not Havelock. Sorry,
Oh
Leopold.
God, we're exactly the same.
Leopold, do you need
Forever.
any assistance in healing yourself? I don't think you
No,
did a good job.
I think I'm not gonna die just yet.
Okay.
Let's focus on what we got now.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's look around.
A quick
Look
search
here.
of the cellar it will be. All right, so there's a pair. So now that the chaos has settled, you have a little more time to kind of look over the room.
Yeah, we could just take a 20.
My roll 20 crashed.
We
Yep.
can't take a 20. We don't have unlimited
Why not?
time.
Well, yeah, but like this room is only, let's see, 50 feet by 35 feet, and there's 5 of us.
You've already taken 10 minutes treating disease.
Okay, and we've got 12 hours, and it takes an hour to get back. I think we can honestly wait an hour and do this.
Probably true.
I mean, and we've kind of.
I mean, Alex can take a 10.
Meanwhile, now that you have a chance to look over the room, since the flurry of combat has finished, you find the remains of what was probably the workshop cellar. It is extremely messy down here. It looks like the remains of the workshop have been flung around, both probably from upstairs and from these creatures that have been living here. There is a ghastly trophy made of burnt heads dangling on chains from a iron candelabrum from the ceiling near the shaft.
Yeah, Ilix would like sort of visibly recoil at that, and then poke it.
I'm gonna walk over and investigate the candelabrum and see if I recognize it as part of an undead ritual of some kind. I probably don't.
It is not a particular ritual.
You said
What's up?
You said the heads were burnt.
I think so.
Sorry about that.
Made
Didn't
of
mean to do that.
burnt heads dangling from chains.
So
Is it
could
like a religious
possibly-
symbol, maybe?
Could these possibly be the victims from the fire?
Oh.
Then again, we know how many people. No, we never got how many people were missing.
We don't know how many people died.
So upon closer inspection of the heads, they are all sort of grotesque. There are people.
Well, they're burnt.
Besides that though, they were.
Oh.
They look like they were grotesque in life. Their faces are contorted. You know, some of them have just fucked up noses. They look like they look ugly. They're ugly,
So
messed up people,
Yeah, I
except
thought the
So
for
yeah, that was some of the.
except for one, which looks like a remarkably normal human head belonging to a man.
Is there any way to identify that?
No.
Most humans look
Here
very
we are without
similar in
speak
real
with dead.
life.
How
Or some way
how
of-
fresh? They all look 4 months old.
They survival. Oh yeah, they're definitely at least 4 months old.
Gross.
But not older than 4 months.
Well, that's hard to pinpoint when 4 months have gone by.
I mean, that's my point. Is I'm
They're
trying to
basically
ascertain if they were here before
No,
the
probably not.
incident at the sanctuary.
Probably not. They're
Okay. I
would
probably
hope
from the
that-
sanctuary itself.
Okay.
Plea will sign to his friends. It looks like these might have been the victims of the sanctuary burning, and their heads were used for this abomination of a necklace. It is like they're kind of strung together like a big, giant chain, right?
No, they're all there's
Oh.
so imagine like a chandelier, and then there's chains hanging down from that with heads on them. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. I say it looks like these skulls may have been from the sanctuary, but they
Is
were
the
desecrated in this
candelabrum
way.
lit?
No.
I would hope not. Well, I remember.
I'm gonna try to remove the heads from the candelabra.
Okay.
Is there anything that I need to roll to do that?
I don't think so. You just take some time and do it.
Yeah, I'm
Can
gonna
I
do that.
identify the super ugly faces in terms of like, are they human?
Well,
Yeah, it looks like they were human, but they may have had some sort of malady.
Birth defects.
Do they look like the crooked kid?
Malady of being
They-
fugly.
They look like they could pass for being crooked kin. Yeah, probably.
wait. We still have the fucking Ouija board, don't we?
Yes.
Could we
I'm
use
not
the
sure it
Ouija
applies
board
here.
to try to? Well, no. Like we could just ask the spirits if the regular dude had, like, if that's
Well,
anything
what was
important.
the sanctuary? My guess is that
It was
these
a
were the
bunch-
patients, and then one of them was
Yeah.
not a patient. One of them was
Was-
a normal caretaker.
Well, the only person who was unaccounted for. Oh no, there was a lot of people, wasn't there? There's oh yeah, the servitors.
Well, pretty much only
could just be
Carl. I think I misspoke earlier when I said servitors because there was really only Carl, the patients, and the doctor.
So this could be the doctor, is what you're saying.
Yes.
This is probably the doctor.
Oh fuck, Zoo.
Yo,
Do you have Speak with Dead yet? Or is that like a
I
fifth level
do
spell?
have Speak
No.
with Dead.
Do you?
I do, but
Oh,
like
shit.
I don't have
Oh,
any of
right,
my
we're s-
spells because
Yeah,
we've
we're
been like
pretty
3
fat.
days or 2 days or
Also,
whatever.
I'm not sure that a severed head could speak.
It totally
Probably
can.
not, no.
It totally
Can?
can. Yep.
Okay. In real
Can
life,
or
it wouldn't be
cannot?
How
able
would it-
to.
Yeah. Physics-wise, no, but
Yeah. But by
Oh
magic,
shit!
D&D
we
wise, maybe.
We could
Yeah, I was
use
like,
this
I
in the
think-
trial.
I thought as long as
we
you have
could-
like the tongue and the eyes and
fuck.
something else.
Yeah, we
We
could have
could.
him as a-
You can't
Hell
use
yeah.
magic in the
Witness.
trial.
Can't use magic in the trial.
Damn.
Oh, that sucks.
can't you ask the what's her
Permission?
name to cast
Yeah.
spells?
Does she?
I
have
don't
it,
think
though?
she has Speak with Dead.
Yeah. Maybe. Well.
She has Zone of Truth.
I could do that.
We know
Zane
she has
just
restoration.
scoffs.
But you could always talk to the head in the morning before the trial, I guess.
This
Yeah.
is
Oh
true.
god, that's gonna be. We're gonna be lugging
Um,
a burnt head back into the city.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. Like anything the head says can't be used as evidence. So,
Yeah.
like
mean-
if anything, it could help us find something here, but we'd have to stay here for the whole night for 8
Do
hours
we-
before Zoo could cast a spell, and then it would be too late.
I mean, we could. There's nothing that says we can't use it as evidence. We just can't have this.
We can't.
We
yeah,
can't
we
have
can't
it
use
speak at
anything
the trial.
it says as
Why?
evidence.
Why couldn't
'Cause
we?
How do you verify anything that a dead skull said?
I mean, Speak with Dead is a real thing in this universe. I don't
Yeah.
see why. Like, there is an inexplicable ban on using magic of any kind during the trial.
Right, during the trial.
Could we
but-
get like someone to record what it says so that that people don't think we're
I
lying?
don't think in this time and age there are recording devices.
Well, no, I
like-
mean like someone like writing it down or verifying that that's
Yeah.
what it said.
Um,
Someone who's
maybe.
like
So,
of,
like, the attorney?
repute. Yeah, well, maybe not our attorney. He sucks ass.
I
but, like-
would. I'm gonna take these heads off the thing because they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
they're desecrated right now. and that bothers me.
Maybe,
Yeah, we can't have that.
maybe honestly, maybe Otto. But then again, he could lie, couldn't he?
Is there anything else that we see in this room?
I mean, it's like kind of like bringing forth a witness who you can't produce, or
Yeah.
you might as well just say, "My brother Terry saw the beast,
Well,
wasn't there."
there's such things as
but-
anonymous testimonies. It's just the fact that, like, we're saying we got it from a talking head. And yes, we know, people know that it's a thing, but like people aren't necessarily going to believe it,
I
I
opened
guess
the
that would
barrels.
depend on your diplomacy roll during the trial. wouldn't
I
it?
definitely
think-
would, wouldn't it?
If we were allowed to use magic during the trial, it would be brilliant, because
It would be awesome to
that
have the
fucking
talking head.
eyewitness.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense that in a world where Speak with Dead exists, they don't have that as a normal functioning
For any investigator.
rule for literally any murder. Like,
Right.
Yeah. Like every investigator has a wand of Speak with Dead that they use on every
Well-
murder victim.
It's a bit grotesque to present a head as a witness.
Just
maybe
stuff a
so.
yeah,
scarecrow body.
that's definitely worse to present witnesses with a grotesque sight than to have the actual murdered person as a witness in their own murder.
That probably would freak them out, wouldn't you think? Wait, like, how are they brought back? Are they, like, thinking that they're okay, or is it like...
So generally, a cleric of Pharasma may use Speak with Dead to communicate with a corpse, but you're not going to haul the corpse around and
Right.
and use it for anything like that, because that's desecrating
true.
the corpse. It's not
Yeah.
letting it rest in peace at all.
Upon
Yes.
finding these, I believe that plea Havelock ends, and as this is our first duty to Pharasma would be to bury these heads, and not since she can't cast the spell right now, prolonging their desecration is just abhorrent.
Sin. Yeah.
That's true. Also, but I also think that I don't see any
That could
reason why
provide
you couldn't
valuable-
use the testimony of a speak with
You
of a
totally
Yeah.
can, yeah.
dead person
Yeah.
that was spoken with.
No, she has to do an 8-hour rest, right?
She has to do an 8-hour
Yeah.
rest before she
Long
can cast
rest.
the spell.
Okay.
We're not. We can still there's more to investigate. I think we're spending a lot of time on trying to talk with Dead when we don't have that spell
Yeah.
available to us.
Yeah, can we open the
Let's-
barrels?
Yeah.
They are full of water.
Mm.
Cool. Is there
Regular
anything else in
water?
the room?
Ilix, I sent you a tell.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was available to everybody.
Nope, just you.
So Ilix, and where exactly was that located? If it's relevant.
It's not relevant, wherever you want.
Okay, so Ilix is scooping around on the floor, just kind of looking around for anything that stands out, and she picks up this small vial and turns it over in her hands, and she makes sort of like a quick inhalation and moves over to everybody and says, "Look, it was in the debris over there," and it's a small unbroken vial that's slightly charred. And on the label, you can see that even though it's damp and kind of messy, it says Vorkstag and Grinds chemical bleach.
Called
Oh. They were responsible for everything.
I
or at
quickly
least
sign.
involved.
Perhaps these two were responsible for starting the fire. It's also possible that this was just used
Out
here.
of order.
No, it was just used here. They're a bleach provider. They sold
True
bleach.
enough.
That's what they did.
This is a hospital or sanctuary.
Um,
But how did it get down into this tomb?
Nice find.
this is a cellar.
Cellar. Yeah.
Oh.
It's meant to hold things.
Must have rolled down in here from up above.
This is a very poorly designed cellar.
Yeah. Is there any
Well,
stairs?
chances are that was probably like the
elsewhere?
staircase,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
like,
there
and then
anything
it
here?
got collapsed
It
from
has
the fire.
collapsed, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what
that's
it looks
what I
like.
was
It looks like it
gathering
was a
from
staircase that
that.
collapsed and not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it came with the ghouls, but there's certainly an unwelcome addition. Because the cellar's poorly designed.
Yeah.
That's great.
I just find it funny when Ilix makes design jokes or human jokes that no way could Ilix do this, but it's so
Well, that's
funny.
not really Ilix, mate. That's Tanner making
I
that
know.
joke.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I
Alright,
wish your
well-
character was making these jokes as like serious commentary, and like they just happen to be funny jokes.
In addition to this, buried among the debris in the cellar are 12 silver crossbow bolts. They're in a quiver. There is a slightly melted gold belt buckle worth 15 gold. There is an iron bracelet with a silver filigree work depicting a moon eating an owl worth 75 gold.
That's not
And
magical.
like
It
a
just
Rush
Eating an owl.
looks nice.
Yep, they're just fancy toys and trinkets.
I will take the crossbow bolts since
Okay.
I have a crossbow.
Deleting them.
We might run into some werewolves, maybe.
Well, good for you. You've got the
Her
shape changer
fingers
knife.
crossing slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Amongst all the other debris, after you recognize this vial, you look around and you find what is basically numerous shards of charred and broken glass.
Can I discern any of the like leftover residue with an alchemy check? Like to see if like, because we know that he had bombs of alchemist fire. So like, if he burned this place down, he'd probably have used those, right?
No,
No?
there is no alchemist fire, and I don't think after 4 months you can find any traces
That's
of
a good point. It is
bleach or
4
anything
months.
else.
How did he go blind?
But he has.
He was there when the fire started.
That makes you go blind?
The heat from the fire, yes.
Melted his eyes. Gross. Or if it was a chemical fire.
Popped him like.
Nope, nope,
Oh, God,
nope,
no,
nope,
stop.
nope,
Anybody
No.
coming along on
No.
this?
nope, nope.
No.
Nobody is going
No,
with
thank
you.
you.
No
Um,
one.
That's not a train
One,
I'd like to go down.
You're
For
alone.
one, that's definitely Tanner's joke, not an Illick's joke, because Illick's wouldn't do something so vile.
Like
She
a
does
raccoon
don't
getting
know
hit by a
about
car
that.
on the highway.
She seriously misunderstands human humor, so
That's true, but
Oh,
she's also
God,
disgusted
yeah.
very easily. So
Human nerve.
okay. I'm trying to piece this
Mostly
together.
just with humans.
I'm still not.
Um,
I feel like we're still missing some pieces here because
Well,
it
that's
doesn't really
that's
make
why
sense.
that's why we should use the head, because like we've got this bottle, but like it could just be here because they do provide cleaning stuff.
after investigating this cellar for a long period of time, do we think that there's anything else we can? You said there was the heads. Anything else from?
Not down here, no.
Okay. I'm please gonna climb back up and sign down to his friends. Perhaps we should investigate the rest of the ruins.
Do we have to roll
Yeah.
climb
Why
to
does it
climb
keep
up?
freezing?
Yeah, Ilix is quite happy to get out of this cellar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
no
get
kidding.
the fuck out of here.
Get back into the fresh air. Whenever she was trying to like compare wounds with you, she literally vomited because of
Gross.
the smell. Which I'm saying because I never did a fortitude check, so she just has been holding it in, and she just couldn't anymore.
Hey, check this out.
I'm trying to connect with another person.
That makes perfect sense for Alex's
That happens to
character.
me in real life. Go up to someone and say, "Hey, I really think you're a really good fit."
Okay. Let's just say you guys all bound out of the hole, because that
Pretty
makes my
good.
life easier. And then Plea, from your check earlier, you find a. I want to make sure I get the description right. It's basically a box. You find a charred metal strongbox. It has been warped by the heat of the fire, and the lock appears to be fused.
Is it a merchant strongbox or is it a soldier strongbox?
Vermintide 2.
I'm
Um,
sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
This is good.
Have you
I
gotten
guess
that
it's a
one yet?
merchant
I'm a bad
strongbox.
person. I'm a bad
I
person.
mean, it had to be like at best a merchant's. Like they clearly didn't have much of Randall's gift in this one.
Yeah.
Luck
no,
was
Or
not with them.
grimoires.
they had like 6
Um,
grimoires though.
Okay, and now
They
it's a
just
mimic,
died.
and it kills
Yeah.
Plea.
What? What?
Why Plea?
Why
Really dodged the bullet on that one.
No, I'm kidding.
Flea makes a reflex save that just happens to perfectly throw it at Ilix.
Anyway, so yeah, you have that box now.
Looking at the lock, I sign to Leopold. I think it's fused. I don't believe your fancy gunwork is going to do any work.
Probably not. I do have disabled device, but that would mostly just be prying
The
it.
device
I
is already
smashed the
disabled.
lock.
Yeah.
Does
And
anyone
open
have a
it.
crowbar?
Yeah.
No.
Is it locked?
Use the sword. Use the dagger.
I open it.
Xenesis, could you pry with the dagger?
Chris says crowbar.
Do we have a
Yeah.
crowbar?
I don't think
I'm making
that-
a dumb joke.
I don't. Well, I don't know that it's wise to use your weapon as a prying tool.
Agreed.
I will
I'd
use
rather
one
not
of my
ship it.
regular size because they're
pry it open.
basically crowbar shaped. And I have
Havelock
better size.
Havelock grabs the chest in his arms and he wraps his left arm around the base and his right arm goes over the lid and he tries to pry it open and he gets just the slightest crack to open up and then it shuts again.
I say do
as
that
his
again
script
as I
slips.
pull out my wait, let me figure out what kind of size I have real quick. I pull out my cold iron size, or one of my cold iron size, and I prepare to shove it in the tiny little hole that it makes when
I
Havelock does
cast
that again.
detect magic.
It is not magical. You just missed the DC.
It's a strong fucking lock.
All right, fuck it. Just throw it in the
It's a
river.
fused iron lockbox. I don't know what you want from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
mere
gonna
iron
I'm gonna
molded
assist
shut.
him on that with this text.
I cast.
Can I
wait.
look around to see if there are
I cast
any
guidance on Havelock.
are there any bits of metal maybe left over from the fire, like a
Oh yeah, you can find
like
something
a
if you wanted to wedge
metal?
it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Sure.
Give us something that gives us some leverage if we can,
Sure,
wedge it in there and then
Did
do
I?
that.
No, hear me? I was gonna use my side to do that, but okay.
Well,
Yeah.
something with more leverage than a psi. So I don't know that I don't know a whole lot
Basically
about psi.
It's a long straight metal piece.
It's not that long though.
I mean, how big is this box? It's the size like a foot long.
Yeah, but I think Ilix was thinking something longer, like a couple feet, to
Yeah.
get leverage on.
I hand you my great sword and I pry it open again.
All right, give me a strength check.
Yeah.
No, boy. All right.
Wait, why is that a -2? 1 second.
You're still sickened.
Second, probably.
Oh. I'm not sickened anymore.
No, I suppose you're not.
Could be a +4, right?
Yep.
Why is it every time I try to move my token, the game fucking fucks up?
You can give me more strength checks if you'd like.
1, 2, 3.
Execute. Is the bar helping at all?
I
Does
think
the
with
bar
plea
provide
helping
advantage?
and the bar, yeah, I'd say you get it open.
The
So
bard?
The bar.
Leverage. Metal bar.
So
for
it
reasons of
snaps.
leverage.
It pops open with a loud crack, and the box flies out of your hands because of all the force you were using, and the papers kind of go flying over the ground. Unfortunately, most of the papers look like they're charred beyond recognition, but there does look like there's probably enough words to decipher if somebody wants to make linguistics
I
checks.
catch all the pages as they were fluttering out of it.
I don't think I have linguistics, but is it Inversian?
Is it what?
Versian, the
No.
Irison Versian, the common, whatever common is.
Yeah, it's common.
Talon.
Because it's Versian, right? In common? In
Yeah,
this world? Yeah.
but you would need a linguistics check to decipher the charred documents.
It's because it's burned, not because
Nobody.
it's a
Yep.
different language.
Ah.
Damn.
I don't.
I don't think any of us have linguistics.
I certainly don't.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're trying to put together a puzzle made of different languages. We're just trying to
Please.
read words.
Words on a burned page.
Yeah,
It's not magic, is it? No,
No.
it's not magic.
I think the paper also might be not the parts of it that aren't burned, maybe heat damage, which the difference in coloration, or maybe some effects on the ink that was used.
All of our linguistics roll were shit, so we're not just able to decipher this.
Well, Havelock and
Can you
Felix
roll
haven't
that
rolled yet.
untrained? I mean,
I don't
all
think
of
so.
our rolls are bad, so we all have negative modifiers anyway.
Felix, get a nat 20 and bring us home.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I
we
can
all
barely.
rolled really shit.
It's like the game knows that like we put no points into it.
Yeah.
Perhaps someone back in town will be able to help us decipher these. They seem like they could be of use to us. Let us look for any other clues that we can find here and then head back.
Havelock. Amongst the burned papers that now scatter the ground, you find a charred Harrow card.
Uh-oh. Can I examine it?
When you flip it over, you see the midwife.
That's the one I have, I think.
And the burn mark goes down from the top right corner to the corner of her neck.
I think
What's your Harrow card do?
I stop and just like drop the card. And I think I'm just like frozen speechless. And look extremely shocked and chilled and disturbed.
Do I notice that he's shocked and disturbed?
I mean, I don't know.
Pretty sure he's not hiding it, so...
Everybody's just kind of rummaging through papers, and Havelock just picks up a paper and then drops it. I don't know if he made any noise, really.
Illic, like, slipped in the rubble and fell face first, so she's not...
All I did was probably gasp.
So yeah, I mean, if you gasped, then everybody heard you. Roleplay it out.
I mean, I don't really have anything else to do.
Gasp.
He's just staring
because
off into the distance.
You're expositioning and expositing? How does that?
I'll walk over to Havelock. Havelock, are you okay? You seem to be a bit paler than usual.
It's this card. It brought up some bad memories. Never mind it. Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna begin signing to you, and say, what's going on, man? Well, that it was hovering on the 17 for a split second, and then bam, 3.
Nothing. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm just a little shook up from that fight down in the cellars, that's all. Little residual paralysis, you know? It's nothing to be concerned about. And he's like swallowing, like you might have seen, like maybe thought you saw his eyes glass up for a second and he like makes a really hard swallow, but that's it. He's playing it off as best he can.
I believe him entirely.
But it makes me remember what I heard during the Harrow reading earlier, and I just start looking at each of my companions in turn, as if I'm almost as if I'm stern gazing them, like Inquisitors do with people that are of interest in their cases that they might not believe.
Just to remind you what the midwife stands for. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Havelock has anything more.
That's fine. Let's make you guys back to town here real quick. Let me move some things around.
We still have some time before the trial, right? By the time we get back, because we've only been gone. It was 9
It
when
took
we
about
left.
an hour to get there, which made it about 10:30.
We get back around midnight.
You spent at least 10 minutes curing disease, probably another 20 minutes or so searching ruins and fighting. So you probably left around 11 and get back by midnight.
All right. So if we fought the trials at like 10 or something.
We double checked that, but I think that's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I remember it was nearing noon.
So we'd have a couple hours.
10 a.m.
We could actually fall asleep
Yeah.
and actually rest for the first
Mhm.
time in like a day or two.
Oh.
Like we're probably fucking beat to shit.
Oh yeah, when you get back to town, you're fucking tired. You've had a very long day.
No kidding. Like I nearly murdered a man
Well,
in warm blood.
in warm blood.
In warm
It was
blood.
warm. It was warm blood. He knew it was coming.
Well, as we're heading to town, I give Havelock a solemn pat on the back and say, I hope sleep will do you better.
You and me both. Not
Um,
looking forward to my dreams of late.
I'm assuming that we are going to sleep immediately when we arrive home. If we do, then I would
think
recommend
so.
that Xenesis uses her last channel energy for the day,
Okay.
or any remaining heals that she hasn't cast.
Yes.
She just like in the inn just goes like, oh! Everyone in the room gets cured of their hangovers,
It's like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
except for the one guy in the back who's actually a fiend in disguise who just screams in pain and jumps out the window.
There you go, my friends, my companions.
Oh, I think my max HP is
Yeah, my max HP
Yeah.
is pretty low.
yeah.
At Condrain,
26 or
though.
something.
Yeah, half my HP. Oh, I'm sorry. No. My Roll20 app froze again. Lordy, why the hell?
Okay. Your night passes uneventfully, although the crowd is still somewhat restless in the streets. They're no longer rioting outside the courthouse.
Good.
So you wake up, and the final day of the beast's trial is about to commence in the next couple hours. So it's probably about 8 a.m. when you guys wake up.
Do I heal any of that damage that was done to me?
Isn't it 1 point of damage per evening of rest?
Of one specific stat or from all stats with damage?
I don't know that one actually.
I think it's only 1 point of damage, so you'd pick one.
Chris, could you move us to the court page?
Not yet.
No.
You can have a title page though.
I like that. I'll take it.
So did we take the head with us to try to speak with it?
Against my wishes, yes.
Because- Okay. Yeah, you might be upset, but like this is
I'm
actually
incredibly
going
upset by the fact that I carried a head all the way
We-
from
But
We
where it
will
was
give it a
killed.
proper burial. I mean,
it'll
was
save
gonna
a
be-
life.
yeah, it will save a life. It was just gonna sit there rotting on a candelabra. We saved it from that, and then we can use it, and then give it a rest.
Please spends the entire morning, or plans to spend the entire morning during the trial just praying to Pharasma for forgiveness for not burying the head immediately.
I think Pharasma understands. I might not be a man of religion, but I think she understands.
Do not. I signed to Leopold. Do not think to know my god.
Ooh.
I mean, Havelock's argument would be that bring the killer to justice might prevent this thing from becoming a haunt. So it might actually speed the soul's journey.
I look at Havelock and say, perhaps you are right, but we will see.
I am white. That is very observant of you. Are you colorblind as well?
Plea like looks down in shame and then nods.
Do you have any other debilitating situations I need to be made aware of?
What debilitating situations are you speaking of? I'm on the color, but I signed to him.
Okay, I don't know. Can't speak.
I can speak. I signed.
Can you experience the sensation of touch?
I signed to Havelock that I'm perfectly capable. Havelock is actually the only person here who's heard my voice.
So
Yeah, it's probably
Xenesis, have you prepared your Speak with Dead spell?
I was just about to say, after conversation, that Xenesis was gonna, moment she wakes up, she's gonna head over to Pharasma Church, I suppose, and pray and get her spells all
Pharasma
ready.
Church.
I mean, I think, is that what it's
Just
called?
As
just
opposed to
like
the
in
Pharasma
America,
General
we
Store.
call it Jesus Church when we go to church. I'm on my way to Jesus Church. It's Sunday.
In fairness, we're
There's lots of
monotheist, and that's
It's
polytheistic,
a
so...
fucking mosque.
Yeah, we're not
You
really
uncultured
monotheistic.
But yes, she goes and prays to Pharasma and gets her spells ready.
On
for
my
I
way to
go
Allah
the
Church.
Pantheon.
I mean, you would say the Temple of Zeus or the Temple of.
Temple of Pharasma. Oh,
There
that
you
sounds
go.
much better.
There you go. There you go. Now you've solved Ryan Smith's problem. Because it's not a Havelock problem. It's definitely a Ryan Smith problem.
It might also be a Havelock problem. In a
Havelock
former
is-
life, I was an editor.
Your intelligence score is too low.
I wasn't a good editor.
Do you cast the spell once you've prepared it?
Yes. Well, where are we going to?
Just in the bar.
We should go to the courthouse.
Okay.
We should cast Speak with Dead and then talk to the head first
Well, no. We
Not in the
should
chapel,
do
though.
that in
in the chapel.
in the courthouse.
We can't
in front
do
of
it
a
in the
lawyer.
courthouse.
Well,
Oh.
not during the trial. But
Not
like,
during the
we
trial, but in
Okay.
front
Yeah,
of
we
someone
could
who
go
can
to-
verify that we did talk to the
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can give it a little more credibility than just, yeah, we spoke to a talking head.
Yes.
Or maybe we could get
I would
Judge
recommend we go
Dermot
to
and all
the
that.
judge.
I don't know if we can actually do something like that, but
Yeah.
It would be, if not explicitly forbidden, it would be in poor taste to single out one of the judges
Could
prior
we meet
to
with all
trial.
of them outside of the trial?
I mean, there's like an hour until court starts,
Who
So
was
they'd
that
all
one-
be in the courthouse, presumably. Could we
and you
not?
can't. No. They're getting ready for the trial.
Okay, let's go to our lawyer then.
Sure. You make your way to Gustav's office.
The severed head.
Well, it's in a bag. I
Okay, let
asked
me
my
adjust
friends.
the map here.
Oh, okay. While he's doing that, I will ask my friends. Perhaps you should warn our dear lawyer friends before we remove this head from the
Yes.
bag.
Yes, we should get him.
No, dude, can we find Carl?
I mean, he'll be at the trial.
Carl's
yeah,
blind.
I know, but it would have
does this
been.
look like anybody you know?
Yeah, but he could have heard the voice. He'd be able to, if we changed his mind, if he heard his doctor friend
Good point.
telling him, like, answering questions.
Hmm.
I mean, could we cast Zone of Truth on the head?
I mean, I don't think the. Oh no, they can lie. They're just like they were in life.
Okay,
If- yeah,
so you'll be
they
in
can refuse
Gustav's
to answer.
office. Ba-da-da.
Oh, there we go. I was like, he says this, but
That's not as crazy of a spell as I thought it was going to be. I don't know. For some reason, I thought like the head was going to be like, "Who summons me?" Me.
No.
No.
You
Okay.
you guys are late. We're supposed to have been preparing for the trial like an hour ago.
We've
don't
been
worry.
preparing for the trial constantly.
I'm gonna point out that Gustav, or his name's Gustav, right?
It's
Mhm.
Gustav.
He has no idea any of the shit we found with grinds, unless the constabulary
Oh,
made
yeah.
him aware of that, because we did alert the constabulary.
No.
What?
What?
We didn't tell anybody.
Well,
Oh
shit.
boy, that place is probably gonna be full of mongrelmen by now.
Boy, do we got a lot to fill you in on, Gustav.
Yeah, no
Um,
kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Elix, come with me. We don't have time to talk to the lawyer. We need to get the constabulary involved with the grinds stuff.
Okay.
And I need you
Okay.
to help. I need you to speak for me.
Okay. Just don't make me do a fucking diplomacy check.
Okay.
'cause-
Me and Elix are gonna go to Fork Stags and Grinds and,
Man.
and try to get like the cops and them involved.
Humans don't get me.
Okay.
Not the other way around.
So we'll visit that a little bit later then.
All right,
Um,
Gustav.
So
Prepare
start at
yourself.
the beginning. What happened?
From head to toe.
Yeah, that. Maybe not all the way to toe. To chin, though, most likely. Kind of a long story. I'll give you the basics. We determined that the tools that were used at that island over in Hergstag? Was that Hergstag?
No, it was Morast.
Morast.
Hergstag
Over in
was the-
Morast, belonged to someone, belonged to a shopkeeper, or were crafted by a shopkeeper in the city.
chemist.
After we tracked them around, we discovered that they had been sold to a chemist, Vagstorg and Grinds, Chemic Works, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a very intelligent man. After going in to speak with them, we found that in fact Workstag and Grinds were basically evil alchemical madmen. One of them actually was he was like a skin changer or something like that.
Skin stealer, if I recall
Oh
correctly.
my goodness.
Yes, quite disturbing indeed.
There's
Needless
more.
to say, our questions weren't answered as cooperatively as we'd like. They are both dead now. They are both dead. They had a whole bunch of fucked up undead discoveries there. I believe that the constabulary is being alerted about their presence as we speak. We learned that that the crimes in Morast were performed by the skin stealer who bears a wound just like the populace reported the creature being bitten. It seems that he might have been impersonating our client Bart, or at least took a form that was very similar to him.
Don't we
You
still
see
have the skin?
Gustav give like a really big eyebrow raise at that one, and he says, "Do you have this disguise on hand?"
Do we?
Yeah, no, we
Would-
took it with us.
I think we took anything that was relevant with us,
Yeah.
or at least they could pick it up while they're out.
It was like it was something skin. We took that out of the closet.
The cabinet of skins and faces.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, we left the
Yes.
cabinet, but we took
And-
that
Yes.
specific skin
We did
as
not bring
evidence.
Which,
cabinet.
just for your sake, is called the Shambling Man.
The shambling man.
The shambling man.
Skin of a shambling man.
The shambling man. Come on, Zuzu, you need to do it too.
The shambling man.
There we go.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes,
So,
the
like,
shambling man.
so the gamers. The Shadow?
I'm
The
so
shadow.
immersed.
The shadow. The shadow. The
Shadow.
Boron.
The shadow.
They form a powerful fifth element. Boron.
We're on.
Anyway.
Yeah. So that happened.
You produce the costume?
Yes.
Oh,
We've got
that's.
it. He doesn't need to see it. Fuck
Oh,
him.
oh, okay.
I'm just
Fuck 'em?
kidding. I pull it out. Sure.
Ugh. That's horrible. Ugh.
Didn't
we
we?
have something even better to show you? Are
Yes,
you
it's
ready?
a rotten skin.
Well, it's not exactly better, Zenesis, but it's something.
It's
Mm.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
He sort of like looks it over as you hold it up. He's like, I could see how someone might confuse that for our client.
I point out the bite mark on the shoulder where the caiman bit the thing in the report, and I say that right there is what the populace of Morast was reporting, and we haven't found anything like that on the Beast or Bart, but we have it here, and we happen to know that, well, he was wearing that Vorkstag, that is.
My goodness. I think we might win this one.
That's
Wow.
the hope. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to probably like kill all the townsfolk in this town, and that's gonna be a rough job.
I look back.
Gustav
at-
looks super nervously at you, like wide-eyed, and then he like looks kind of at the wall behind you, and he goes, "Keep your voice down, and I hope you're not serious."
Wow, Gustav,
We've had a
Of
long
sound
course-
few days.
most
of course
confident
not.
than you've been before.
He's
was
winning his
stuttering
first
whatsoever.
big court case, of course he
Yeah.
is.
I'll only have to kill the
he's
evil
winning
ones.
is maybe a little.
You are his assistants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's his case.
It's his
We're
case.
doing all the work.
he's right.
It's
Piggyback
like
Yeah.
work.
it's like a law firm that sends lawyers that aren't partners. The law firm still gets the credit for the win.
After doing all of that, we headed out to the sanctuary that had been burned down. Real piece of shit place, let me tell you. We traversed. We found a hidden, what used to be the cellar that was housing some undead. Clearly, someone had been up to no good of the same sort that had been happening in Morast. We even found some bleach from Vorkstag and Grind's Chemic Works while we were there. And this. And I just point to Xenesis.
I pull the head out.
Oh God.
Okay, we need you as a witness.
Did you guys? I'm sorry, I was talking to someone else. Did you guys warn him that you were pulling out something gross and that he
Yeah.
should hold his breath?
Well,
He's
might
just
wanna-
saying that there's more things. There's more.
I know, but you didn't warn him. You're about to pull out something really nasty looking.
I didn't tell him. I'm about to.
Oh, okay. I
You might wanna
prematurely pulled
steel
out
yourself.
the head.
There
No,
you go.
I didn't say that first.
Okay.
I
did.
pointed at Xenesis.
I'll give him a moment. Zenesis won't, but I was gonna.
I mean, who gives a fuck? This guy's a fucking
I don't know if
rube.
if he vomits on his desk, then we've got a whole nother problem.
If he
We
vomits on the
don't
skull,
need to.
Oh,
Who
God.
cares? This is fiction, and that would be hilarious.
Xenesis,
Um,
be quick on that reflex save in case he tries to vomit on
Yeah.
the zombie head.
My
I didn't
goodness.
say
Okay.
like pull it
Oh,
out.
So
and
you-
put it in
So
front of
we
him.
have-
So do you produce the head?
Yes, I produced the head.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, I hope you have a good reason for this.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Oh
It
no,
is
that's not what I was
disgusting.
talking about.
Pharasma's upset by this, but we need you as a witness to be our.
We
to-
believe that this is the remains of the doctor, the
from
witness,
the sanctuary.
Carl Servitor's boss or supervisor at the time. Since we inexplicably can't use Speak with Dead during the trial, we wanted to use it here in front of you as a witness to see if it aids in our defense of Bart.
Yes. Yep. All right. Are you ready for that, lawyer?
I point at Xenesis and kind of do like the finger guns, like
Work your magic, witch.
you're on.
All right. Alright, I cast Speak with Dead and wave my hands or whatever I have to do.
Okay. What? Where am I?
I want answers.
No. You were in. No!
What was your name?
I think we can only
Oh,
ask it so many
are we
questions.
actually doing this now? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
please
sure-
keep in mind,
We can only
you
ask it
do
so many
have limited
questions.
number of questions.
1 question per 2 caster levels.
So she can only do it twice, so careful.
2 questions. You get exactly 2 questions.
Yeah. So, yeah, get the name, obviously, but then we're probably going to want to ask it what happened.
Well,
Like, what does it remember about the night? Wait, is it aware that it's dead? Like, is that part of the spell?
Well, you don't need to ask it that. Don't waste
I'm
your
not going to
questions.
ask it that.
who was responsible for your death?
I
Ooh.
died.
Yes, frightfully sorry about that. Nothing can be done about it now.
He's sort of whispering his words as though he doesn't have breath because he doesn't.
He doesn't.
And so he says, "I bet it was that bastard Vorkstag, backstabbing traitor."
Could we ask him about the papers?
They're limited, brief answers.
I know.
You don't get to ask them
Yeah.
complicated questions.
Right.
You only get to like.
Walkers. Hyperventilating.
What happens when you die?
Okay, well.
Is there an afterlife?
It's really
We
shitty.
believe in Pharasma.
People
We know
keep
there
bothering
is.
you.
I really actually think Xenesis should be the one to ask the second
That's
question
fair.
because she cast the spell.
That's fair.
Wait, why? Oh, okay. I mean, I
Because
will.
you are technically
wasn't
you are the
asking
one
another question,
speaking with
yeah.
dead.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay.
But I am going to use my Discern Lies while this is going on.
Well, I can cast Zone of Truth.
I mean,
Want
his
to?
is a supernatural ability. Yours is a spell slot. So.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Good point.
I'm not sure if it's infallible, though.
I mean, Zone of Truth gets will saves, also not infallible.
Yeah.
But yeah, the head basically told you that Vorkstag was his killer, and you don't discern any lie there.
Okay.
I look around to my team. What would be another really good question? Because do we really want to know his name, or are we presuming it's the doctor? With the answer
there was
that-
there was only, I guess, Carl, the doctor, and then all the malformed patients. So
Who else
we
was
can-
with you when you died?
Who else was with you when you died? Is that? Yeah.
My assistant Carl would have been there. There's a light.
Wait, before you go,
I
we
have
killed
to leave you
Forkstag,
now.
so it's good. Good news. Good news. We killed Forkstag. He's dead.
His mouth stops moving.
Nice job,
Right.
Havelock.
Let's plop that
Just cast
baby
it
in the
again.
nearest hole.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you can't do this thing like multiple times, right?
Well,
No,
if it's
probably
once
not.
a week, otherwise it spell fails.
Ah.
Can I take this time while they've been like chatting with the undead guy to try to see if I can read this fucking paper again?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can try.
Ugh.
Maybe give them to
Gustav.
the lawyer, who's probably really good at language.
Are you really
Yes,
good
I
at
was.
at
He was busy
language,
looking at the
lawyer?
talking head.
I would hope
And
a
not the-
lawyer
not the
has
singers.
good linguistics.
I could take a look if you want.
Please do.
Be very careful with them. They're really damaged.
They're fragile. Like
You rolled
Leopold.
a 4.
Yeah.
Well,
Remember
Actually,
when
you know
he
what?
said that he was an
Fuck that. He's gonna take a 10.
I was about to say he's not in any danger, and
Yeah.
it's
That's stupid. He says, "Well, I can't make out much here, but I do believe this at the top. Maybe this is a invoice, and it reads Forkstag and Grind's Chymic Works.
Huh. So I guess we pretty
So more
much brought the
implication.
perpetrators to justice.
I should say so.
If only we'd asked the head how he was involved with Vorkstag and Grinds.
I was gonna ask him about the papers.
Well, he said he thought that Vorkstag betrayed him.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know
I
if
mean,
that's enough to go on.
out of character. Seems like you guys have pretty good evidence that Forkstack was responsible.
Yes.
And we've already brought him to justice.
And we know he's a skin changer. So
yes, Phoenix
is
Wright.
there anything in the disguises that looks like it could have been involved in burning the sanctuary down? I mean,
I'm gonna point out that Carl,
I
in
guess he
his
already has-
testimony,
Said he looked like
yeah,
the
said it
beast,
looked like a
so-
giant
beast.
monster.
Yeah, so we already have that. So okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
Drum roll.
I think we have an excellent case. If we could just convince the crowd out there. I heard that you kept the courthouse from getting burned the other night. Must thank you for
last
that.
night. It was last night.
Yeah, that was
that's-
last night.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was before. Yeah, so what have you been doing? Is my question. We found the real killers, brought them to justice, bloody justice, prevented the courthouse from getting burned down, then went and put the final kind of nail in the coffin, so to speak, of this case, got it sealed up real tight for you with a little bow on top.
Yes, my document, my speech is not going to be. Well, it's going to be much better now than what I was preparing before, and I must thank you for bringing me all of this evidence, though I will say perhaps it's best to keep the vigilante justice angle a little on the down low, I think you say.
I'm an inquisitor. None of my justice is vigilantism.
That's fine, but maybe just not in the courtroom.
They attacked us first, so
I make no promises.
they attacked us first.
It was
That
it
really-
was murder in self-defense. Really?
Yep.
Who's on trial here?
All right,
Multiple
so
murders.
jumping over to
It was
Ilix
home
and
invasion in
Plea.
self-defense. I insist.
We're the home invaders.
Yeah, home invasion in self-defense.
Stand your ground law in reverse.
Yeah, stand their ground.
Oh, God.
Take their ground.
Take their
Knock them
ground.
down.
Burn their ground.
So anyway,
Our ground. down.
over with Plea and Ilix. I don't know if we really need to roleplay this out, but and we can if you want to, but
I think general kind of like goal here is to get the constabulary. Hey, this is evidence in the ongoing beast trial. Can you bring it to the courthouse?
okay.
Because like it's just too like the chest the whatever it was called, I can't think of the word right now. The thing with all the skins in it is too heavy. There's a couple corpses that are
Are
probably
you presenting this as though it was evidence for the beast trial? Is that what you're saying?
yeah. That
Okay.
would be the goal. Is like
Can you
please bring this
trust
to this.
the guards to do that?
I could accompany me and Alex can accompany everything they bring to the courthouse.
That might be a good idea.
Probably going to be necessary.
Yeah.
Just the way
'Cause,
you,
I mean-
just from the way you framed that. Like if you had just been like, "Yeah, we have some evidence of some murders," then they would have probably not thought anything of it. But since you were like, "Yeah, this is evidence for the beast trial," and I'm totally not his defense that everyone knows about.
Plea has been sitting in the audience of the court case the entire time.
It's no secret that
True.
you were part of the group that stopped the riots the other night. I mean, at this point,
Point out that I stealthily infiltrated one of the crowds and didn't do anything.
you're known. I'm sorry. You are known.
Damn it.
You don't get to be Assassin's Creed, hide for a little while, and everyone forgets you. Okay, so I think we can start the trial. as your evidence gets moved over. And I believe, yeah, you got the maximum experience from Sanctuary, so that's solid. Okay, and then I'll move the judges in. To their chairs, where they're nice and happy. And I'll bring Ilix and Plea back from the grave. You guys can position tokens pretty well wherever. Okay, let me get my notes out.
That cage fits the beast perfectly.
That's weird. Alright, day 3, Trial of the Beast. The crowd still seems angry, but members of the crowd are still allowed access to the trial. The atmosphere of the final day is a bit frenzied, and the locals are determined to see the beast burn. And that was somebody's open mic.
Sorry.
It's great. When you guys arrive, the clerks and stuff are already here, and they're already started kind of taking notes and preparing their notebooks and all that good shit. 10 a.m. chimes, and everybody's in their seats, and the judges come in, and the herald stands before the court and rings the gong, and then the Chief Justice stands up and reminds everyone of the penalties of violence and tells them he will clear out the entire court if they do not behave.
Nice.
Let's see. Actually, I'll change gears here and I'll stop doing exposition because I said I wanted to do that. So
Good job, Pat.
I'll also warn you all that mobs do not rule in Lepistad. The rule of law is important here, and anyone that threatens violence of any of the defense will be either whipped or hanged. The punishments will be quite severe.
That includes lawyers, right?
The defense
You
will...
can say it. You find him in contempt.
The defense will hold its tongue while I defend you. Lest I kick you from here, where I can no longer keep you safe from the crowds.
I draw my lips across my fingers like I'm zipping it up. Draw my fingers across my lips. Wow.
He nods at you knowingly.
Well, I got a chub. I don't know about anybody.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
When do you nod?
Beautiful.
This is a better question.
That's fair.
Oh.
That's fair.
Life is so hard. Okay.
Perpetual
Literally.
chub. Oh,
Yep.
God.
You're welcome.
You're feeding it.
You're welcome. That was fun. Okay. Okay, and he will kind of motion to the prosecution. It says, if you will describe your version of events. And I can't remember this fucking guy's name. I know
Carl?
he's... No, the lawyer for the prosecution.
Yeah.
Otto?
Oh, yeah. Oh, pompous bastard. Otto Heiger.
The man just bleeds fancy.
And pretentious.
That too. They usually go hand in hand.
If it please the court, I will call a witness to the stand today. He was assistant to the doctor at Sanctuary, Dr. Brada. And Karl will outline how the beast entered the sanctuary, attacked and killed Dr. Brada, and set the place ablaze in the fight that ensued. Fortunately, Karl got to get a look of the beast before he lost his sight. Another crime attributed to the beast. And then he'll take his seat. He seems more shaken and less confident than in previous days. Probably the trial is not going quite the way he thought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10:30 rolls around. That's a really long time. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that Otto would ever have 30 minutes of stuff to talk about at Sanctuary. It's really bizarre. Anyway, so now as witnesses for the prosecution, so he details the arson attack, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. So that's actually not going to be... Okay, and then Karl comes up to the stand. And I don't actually have a token for Karl, so it's just going to be this dude. It'll be this guy. There we go.
Wait a minute.
He was right under our noses the whole time.
Well, no, that's yeah. I was about to say that's fucking Vorkstag.
No, it's not.
Yeah, wasn't it?
No.
I thought that was the token he was. Whatever.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
He can wear any skin. He wears whatever he wants, man.
True enough, I
He's a
guess.
strong, independent skin stealer who don't need no man.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but that's fucking Gandalf.
That is a wonderful
Gandalf the
dude.
Grey.
Well,
He
yeah.
actually looks a little bit more like Saruman.
I just realized I was muted for everything I was just saying. I am 100% positive that this is the skin of Orkstag.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going crazy then.
You're not crazy.
Well,
I
okay.
without a shadow of a doubt, that is the exact same skin that Vorkstag was wearing when he encountered us in the hallway before he ripped off his skin and turned into the crazy skin thing monster.
Surprise, it's me, Porkstag! You're all going to die!
Yeah, I think he's gonna have even less luck this time.
Just fucking alchemist bombs everyone. Alright. Anyway,
I'd sick Bard on him.
so Karl stumbles his way up to the witness stand. He actually ends up kicking the table for the defense. He goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm still getting used to this whole blind thing. What do I do now?" He kind of stares at the judge. Well, he tries to stare at the judge, where he thinks the judge would be. The prosecution will ask him questions. So, Karl, if you could describe for everyone here the events you witnessed at the sanctuary that evening, the evening you lost your sight and your dear friend Dr. Brada. Well, I was downstairs at the time, I think. I don't really remember. I heard a commotion upstairs. Lots of things falling over, and there was a loud crash that I think was probably a candle rack. And when I came in, there was the body of the doctor on the floor, and the room was on fire, and there was a large man, I suppose. He had stitched flesh, and he looked sort of like a bunch of corpses, I guess. I'm sorry, it was very hard to see. And I would contend that the description Karl has made here today matches very well to our friend the Beast. And he will motion to the cage And you'll hear murmurs from the audience, kind of in agreement. Okay. And now the judge will say, defense, would you like to ask questions?
Carl, you said your name was, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
You got a very good look at this monster, I take it.
Well, I mean, as good as one can through fire and smoke. Yeah.
I see. Could you please indicate to the to the judges where among us this monster is?
I
Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. He cannot even
Please,
identify
please
the
don't.
monster in a crowd.
Please don't.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
I'm blind.
They didn't. Nobody heard that.
It was so cringe.
I would like to present some other questions to you as well while I've got you here. You say that you didn't get a very good look at this creature. Is it possible that it could have been some other? Never mind. You were in the employ of Dr. What was his name?
Dr. Brada, that's right.
Dr. Brada, and I believe his remains were never recovered from the sanctuary.
I think that's correct. I haven't been back there in some time. I try not to think about it.
Of course, very understandable. Would it surprise you to learn that that Dr. Brada, we have evidence to support the idea that that he believed that Vorkstag and Grinds of Vorkstag and Grinds Chemic Works was involved with his death and had indeed been primarily responsible for it.
Give me a diplomacy roll on that one.
Does he seem nervous? Because I might go with Intimidate instead.
It's diplomacy checks for presenting evidence.
Okay.
Am I allowed to assist? Oh.
Only if you can tell me how you're doing that.
No.
No.
I don't know how to. Okay, I'll think of a way to assist. But I'll let that one go.
Okay. All right, so that'll be that. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess Vorkstag and Grind visited Sanctuary a few times. They were
Did they?
They were business partners with Dr. Brada. They brought him like bleach and stuff.
You don't say, Bleach. Did you ever learn from Dr. Brada what their business relationship was? What could Vorkstag and Grind have had to provide for a doctor in a sanctuary such as the one you were employed at?
Well, Dr. Brada thought he could help some of the patients, and he needed. He sort of looks nervously around. He needed subjects, well, bodies to experiment on, to develop treatments.
Oh shit. So Dr. Brada was performing some illicit experiments in association with this Vorkstag and Grinds.
Yeah, I suppose that's right.
Would it surprise you to learn that when that they are implicated in another incident concerning my client's behavior?
Oh, I don't really know your meaning.
I don't know how you want to do this, Darp, because like there's cross-examining and then there's like just presenting our theory.
You can do both. It's fine.
Okay. And do you want me to do it, or Zoo?
That's
do you
up
want
to your
do?
team. You seem to be the one
Yeah.
that is naturally fit for the lawyer role.
I was gonna say
As an
you are
inquisitor.
very good at speaking. I just need to figure out a way how I can help you on the diplomacy, because I think ours are pretty equal. I might have
I think
us
you
slightly
have higher diplomacy than me, but
but you speak so well.
yeah.
I just gotta
Okay.
figure out a way to assist you. That's all.
I mean, come in with any other, any other things you want to present or highlight, or just elaborate on what I'm saying.
Mm.
Would it surprise you? And I'm going to indicate Xenesis here and say that we found the remains of what we believe are patients and the doctor when we went back to the sanctuary, buried in what was once the cellar. It was cunningly hidden away. We believe this was also the work of Vorkstag and Grinds.
Mm-hmm.
Using Speak with Dead, we spoke with Dr. Brada, and he said that he believed that he was betrayed by those two.
Really?
Indeed.
He was quite adamant about it when he spoke. Seemed very angry and hurt almost.
He will look. Well, I guess he won't look.
He'll turn his head.
He will listen intently in the direction.
He kind of like wrinkles his face and says, I thought I saw the beast.
I'm gonna say, Xenesis, would you care to present the shambling man disguise we found in Mr. Vorkstag and Grind's home?
I'll do my best, sure.
I mean, you just have to take it out and show it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, so
you'll
we
need
have
a
this
diplomacy roll, though, for
right
presenting
now.
it. Yep.
Can she do it and I'll assist?
Ooh. Okay.
How can you pull out a skin and then say...
Well, I can't.
I mean, no, that's an assist. You
Yep.
have to beat a 10. 10 or higher.
Oh, nice. So that's a 17?
Yep. Actually, it's a 37, but, moving on. So
How's it a 37?
you present
Hidden modifiers.
Yep.
Oh.
You present the skin to the courtroom, and there's lots of gasps, and even Otto is kind of on the edge of his seat, looking at this thing. I'm sorry. I hear a commotion. What? Can you describe for me what you're holding?
It turns out that Vorkstag was actually I always want to call him a skin changer. I can't remember.
Skin stealer. I feel like skin changer's fine.
Yeah. Was not a man at all, but a skin stealer. This Vorkstag appears to have plotted against my client by using this disguise of Bart to perpetrate these evil deeds, knowing that instead of that justice's steely resolve would be misguided into this poor creature instead of finding its true place at his feet. That is why we've just produced his disguise, which is why the cause of the commotion you've just overheard.
Would you like to touch it?
Gross.
I mean, could you just describe it for me? I think I'd rather not.
Well, if you saw what the beast looks like, that's kind of what the skin looks like, right?
Except it's his skin.
Except
imagine that the monster you saw, but like deflated, all the air let out of him.
Come to think of it, the flesh did seem like it was hanging kind of loose.
That would be why.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very loud commotion at that one, and murmuring throughout the crowd.
I think that's pretty much it, right? Nice.
Yeah, I think you
Feel immersed.
think you actually presented everything.
I think that's everything.
Oh wait, no. I guess the papers kind of just involve Vorkstag and Grimes again, right?
Yeah. So really, all we have left, it would be closing statements. So if you want to take a minute to think about how you want to tie all of that together.
No.
Okay.
I think he's joking. Smithy is joking.
I mean, I think we can pretty much put it together.
Well, do you, Ryan Smith, have all like the little bits in your mind? Because like it's been a good like 7-8 weeks over this trial.
Vorkstag and Grimes work together, Skin Stealer and Alchemist, to break into the university. Well, I guess the first thing they did was go to Vorkstag.
Vorkstag, I believe, was the oldest. Then Morast, and then the most recent was the Sanctuary.
Vorkstag is a dude.
Morast was the oldest.
The Sanctuary and
Morast was a year ago.
Morast
and
was
then
1 year.
Hergstag
was
and
6
then
months, and then Sanctuary was 4 months.
And then the university.
So university was like last week.
Yeah. First thing that they did was go to Morast under the guise of Bart, steal people because they needed bodies for their experiments. They left behind the implicating tools, and Vorkstag got bitten by Cayman. They went a couple months later. They were in Hergstag stealing children, I believe, right? Or he was trying to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or he was taking children and they were dying. And that got the beast run off again. So the beast was their perfect patsy.
You actually have no evidence that Vorkstag and Grind were ever in Hergstag.
No, the thing, it was the brother swarm thing.
It was
The brother swarm.
Yeah.
Wraith.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
was
right.
the one in
the thingy
Hergstag.
with the eyeball.
So Vorkstag wasn't involved with that at all. But
Yeah.
then 2 months ago, he did go to the Sanctuary because he needed to knock off his business partner for some reason, and to use their bodies for his experiments, I guess, and ended up killing them, also using his disguise as Bart for that. And then last week, him and Grimes invaded broke into the university, stole some objects, and left Bart there. Made their escape. How did they get Bart there is the question.
You actually also don't have any evidence that Vorkstag and Grind are involved in the university incident either.
Well, they spotted, didn't somebody, there was evidence that there was a man there with the beast.
We found footprints outside the window.
You found footprints outside the window, but you don't directly know who that is.
I just want to say that you could word it in such a way so that it represents that whoever was involved in stealing from the university had a partner, and Vorkstag and Grimes were a pair. So when you make your closing remarks, use that.
I think I just did.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go with everything you just outlined. That's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the prosecution obviously is going to assert that the beast is guilty of the murders in Morast, Hergstag, and Sanctuary.
With no evidence.
He has witnesses. You've
Who have
destroyed
all been
most
wrong.
of that, but he has still going to claim that you're wrong. He's going to claim that the beast is a danger to society and is a monster that should be destroyed. He recommends punishment in accordance with traditional law, execution by burning in the punishing man.
Seems a bit harsh.
That's how they kill people here.
Yeah, we're a civilized society where law rules. Burn him! Burn him in a giant man!
Yep. Well, it's supposed to provide
entertainment,
catharsis for the victims.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even spell catharsis. These
And-
are fucking
Probably
peasants.
Gustav will stand to give his closing argument in addition to yours. And he'll say that the prosecution's evidence is not enough to prove the beast guilty of those crimes. And he recommends that the beast be freed immediately. The Chief Justice will stand. At this point, the trial has concluded. I will adjourn for a short recess while the judges and I deliberate the evidence that has been presented today. We will meet back in 15 minutes. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Wouldn't want to rush to a hasty conclusion.
Man, if given the time, I should make some bullets. I never did that.
Alright, let me figure out all the fucking diplomacy checks you guys made for this
You
trial.
don't have to attend the trial, Leopold, so if you wanted to, you could just like...
Oh no, I'm not going to miss this.
Man, I have so
Plus, if
much.
I've been
I have
out
so
enough to be benching
fucking
here.
much experience to tally up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yay!
Level 6. Level 6.
Most likely.
Level 7?
I doubt that. That would be a huge.
That'd be
Could
crazy.
happen.
I mean, like, this is end of a chapter.
It's the end of the chapter.
Yeah, true enough.
A lot of shit going on, and we're really close to leveling
Yeah.
as is.
So like, are we all gonna like hop up and hype man Otto out of the room and like yell at him?
No. Clea
No.
would not do that.
No, I assume.
Clea will pick him up and give him a, what's that called? When you give someone a ride on your shoulders?
Piggyback?
No, it's not quite a
that's
piggyback.
Gustav. We were gonna heckle
Oh, you're
Otto
talking
out of the room.
about.
Oh,
you're
heckling
talking about.
Otto. I thought you were like
Sorry.
cheering
Yeah.
on Gustav for doing good.
No, Gustav is.
You're talking about like
terrible.
railroading or whatever that's called, where they put him on a post and carry him out.
Okay, I guess.
Oh, you're
I
talking
don't-
about the beast.
No, I'm not.
No, none of these
That's
things.
Bartemius.
All of you don't know what you're talking about.
Leopold
Great.
is saying that we jeer and jab at Otto
Yeah.
with our words,
like follow
which
him out
Clea
going,
will not do.
"Oh!"
I thought he was saying that we should, celebrate Gustav for doing a good job in getting the beast freed, in which case I'd give him not a piggyback ride, but whatever it's called when you put them on your shoulders and like they sit above your head.
Fireman's carry.
No.
No,
No, that's a two-person job.
I don't know what the word is for it.
I don't know that there is one.
Well, I mean, you could try to pick up Bartemius, but I don't think
I
that'll
mean,
go
me
well.
and Havelock are probably the only two people in the room that could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Every time I look
Very
at his
strong.
token, he big man.
Ant Hall.
Wait, do we have that? We do have a cleric, but I don't.
Probably
I
don't
Okay.
have it prepared.
Druid.
So,
I don't have it
alright, so
prepared,
you actually did miss a couple. That's okay. That's good. I
How
would feel bad if
dare
you
you.
got every single fucking thing. That would be weird. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Well, I think you like overwhelmingly won this. So.
Nice job, team. Woo.
So
Great job.
after about 15 minutes, the judges come back out, and the Chief Justice will stand up, and the herald will ring the gong to quiet the room. We have heard the evidence presented before us, and thank Pharasma that we did so, for without this trial there would have been a most terrible miscarriage of justice. There are many cruelties in the world, but to lie and blame another for one's crimes is the most terrible of sins. We have asked ourselves today a question. Who is the monster here? Is it the creature before us with its broken body and terrible form, or is it we, the people of Lepistad, with our bigotry and lies? The beast is found innocent.
I imagine there's one guy in the back that was just like, the monster is the monster.
I mean,
Um,
He
the description.
silently claps his hands.
So, what? You can't even clap your hands for real?
For
Yeah.
real.
Can't make
Wow.
noise.
I can't voluntarily make noise.
Well, like I thought it was like vocal.
Okay.
No.
So
No.
anyway,
I give Hav like a high five.
the crowd screams in anger at the verdict and rises out of their chairs. Guards must draw their weapons to keep them at bay. Within a few minutes, a mob forms outside the courthouse, chanting, "Burn the beast."
Of course, this again.
These motherfuckers didn't learn last time.
But one of the
Please take a
guards
deep
comes
breath.
over and unlocks the cage holding the beast and removes his shackles. And the beast will kind of waddle over to you. And
I extend
he's
my
hunched
hand
over.
in a high five position.
he actually wraps his giant arms around all of you and hugs you
Aww.
very
I'll
tightly.
pat him on the shoulder while my ribs
Still
are
missing
cracking.
Khan. Still
And-
missing Khan.
And he will
Yeah.
say, "You are best friends in all the world."
Glad we could help.
You too, man. You too.
We didn't want an
I
innocent person
pat him
to
on the
die.
head as he lifts me off the ground, I'm assuming.
I believe I should leave this place and return to my father.
You ever think about
Father?
becoming an adventurer?
I sign to Ilix to ask the beast, well, who's his father?
Yeah, who is your father?
Yeah.
Yeah, who is your father?
Who is this father?
He kind of looks around nervously and then he leans in closer and he says, "He lives at Sklos Karomark. Karomark. Sorry about that." And he tells you, "Father doesn't usually like visitors, but I think you should come in a few days."
That would be wonderful, Bart.
Is it cool there?
I mean, it's a castle.
That sounds pretty cool to me.
It's
I'm
it's
getting
pretty
evil
rad.
genius vibes.
It's pretty rad. I'm just imagining the beast saying
It's
it's
really
rad.
rad.
I can barely
he does
speak
the
in
fucking,
coherent
like-
grammar. But
He does the like
rad,
surfs
dude.
up bros thing.
I mean,
with
he
his
reads-
He's also gotten much better at speaking.
He reads poetry, and he's less
That
scared of
is-
y'all now. You saved him, so he's less
True.
shy about
Yeah.
True.
speaking to you.
True. Okay.
The
Should
guards
we,
will
like, sneak
escort
outta
the
here?
beast through the baying crowds to the edge of the city, and they will release him into the swamp.
Oh, what?
Aw. I shed a tear.
As we like wave as he goes, instead of going over the horizon in the distance, he's sinking into the mire of the swamp. Like the beast
And
from the Black Lagoon.
After you guys watch the beast go running off into the swamp, Judge Daramid comes up to you, and she says, she'll try to catch you in out of earshot of everyone else. And she will say, "Well, I believe you did quite well, and confirmed my suspicions that the beast was innocent. And I suppose you'll be expecting your payment, so meet me in my house tomorrow morning, and I will give you what I promised you. You have certainly earned it in spades."
I take a humble bow.
Yeah, is like a potion or a scroll of restoration in there?
Two, please.
Can this lady who can cast the superpower spells?
That's the Herald. That's the Lady of Justice.
Yeah, she's also the one that casts the spells in the courtroom.
You're pointing at the Herald for me.
He
Um,
means this person.
This person.
Now,
That's the-
now hold on before you
That's-
go running off.
The Herald of the Court.
I
is the
have
one that
one
casts
more
spells.
task I need to ask of you.
What would
Go
that be?
on.
Yes.
I'm curious about the beast's final statement. About his father?
So are we.
I want you to look
Um.
into that, and I want you to go to Sklos Karamark, was it? And try to shed some light on shed some light on the beast and what he's done.
I signed my friends. If this lady wants us to go anywhere, perhaps she should instruct one of her powerful clerics to restore you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere anytime in the immediate future. But sure. I'm taking like a vacation.
Well, I want you to see if you can find the beast's creator. I assume that's what he means by father.
Oh.
That would be logical.
I'm curious about his history, and I think the beast may still be dangerous, but it would help to understand him better. Perhaps you can find a way to control him, or perhaps convince his creator to keep a tighter leash on him.
Whatever's best for the area and for the beast, I think, yeah, we can agree.
I must
I think
warn
we've all
you,
agreed it's Bart now.
I've heard rumors that the townsfolk are planning to track down the beast and overturn the court's verdict on their own.
I would like to see them try. I say that out
wouldn't.
loud
I wouldn't.
because I don't think they'd be able to
She
do very
looks
well.
at you kind of concerned.
Have you seen him? If he wanted to defend himself, he would do just fine.
I'm not sure he could defend himself from the crowds of Lepistad, dear.
Well, they captured him the first time.
I think that was armed guards, not, villagers.
In
Yeah,
any
but
case,
if enough
I feel you
villagers-
should perhaps make haste.
Oh my god.
Can you
Fine.
guys?
I have 8 bullets.
If you want to try to find restoration in town, I have no problem with that.
We really
Yes,
do.
I would.
Well,
I'm
you
done
might
with
you might
this.
have it next level anyway, but
Well, we
I-
don't get next level until the end of this session, so
Mhm.
When we sleep,
well,
And we
the
have
session's
sleep.
probably just about done. So
Yeah, it is
and we have
midnight.
to sleep.
Well, then can I
Also,
make my bullets?
from what I recall, the Herald of the Court is the one that casts the spells in court, and is the only one allowed to do so, and is also the most powerful cleric that we were able to find, and is the one
you're
that Dark said.
thinking
The lady of-
the lady.
The Lady of the Court. Okay. Gotcha.
The Holy Sister of Justice.
So these
Herald
two are the
doesn't
most
have any
powerful
spells.
people in the courtroom right now because
Yes.
they're both super high level.
They're not actually that high level. Well,
No.
the Herald is, but he doesn't have any magic. She's only, I think, like a level 3 cleric. She just has a couple extra spells that she shouldn't have because story.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
I mean,
So-
if she can cast Restoration and we provide her with the appropriate amount of diamond dust to cast such a spell.
I think we should touch on that next session, actually.
Okay.
I think this is a pretty good place to tie things up.
Okie
It's
dokie.
not bad.
Because we're moving into the third and final part of this book.
Okay.
So,
Zoo, do you have
Yes.
not only that written down, but like prominently written down so that you will remember them? The stuff that you have in your bag, like the Alchemist Fire, Liquid Ice, etc., etc.
Yeah, I have 12 Alchemist Fire. There's a 1 Tanglefoot bag, 10 smoke sticks, 10 smoke pellets, 12 liquid ice, and 6 acid bombs. Does that sound right?
12 vials of acid.
Oh, 12 vials of acid, and then 12 liquid ice or something like
Yep.
that. Okay. So there's. Okay, so the only thing I got wrong was the acid. Okay.
Yep. I'm deleting stuff out of my bag because my bag is like, I have to scroll down to look at everything in the bag, which is an unreasonable amount of stuff to be carrying.
Yes, thanks for double checking on that because I sometimes slack off by accident.
And then you also have the Thunderstones, I'm assuming. Do you have those written down?
Thunderstones. I probably do, but I'll rewrite it on my paper.
Okay.
How many? Is it just 1 Thunderstone?
2 Thunderstones.
Two Thunderstones. Okay.
Bum.
By the way, if we all had the same experience beforehand, we should all have 25,221 EXP, which is level 6. Next level after that is 35,000 GP. Or not GP, XP.
You should be
So
level
much
7, I
gold.
think.
What?
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
you're level
shit.
7.
Oh,
So we literally went from 5 to 7.
Wait, we're at
No.
25?
Oh, XP, it's level 6. Yeah, you're level 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, it's level 6.
Okay. I was about to say, well, how the fuck did I get that math wrong?
No, you're right. You're level 6 now. You leveled up.
Okay, because I was about to say, because otherwise we'd be using the fast leveling.
Which, I mean, if Garp wants to change it to...
Now.
Surprise,
Why
surprise!
is that
Now.
when you're gonna get the pin insta-kill thing? Because are you
Now.
not working towards that?
No, I don't get that until level 9.
I'm actually super sad that you guys killed the ghouls before they got a chance to coup de grace Havelock.
Why would you
No.
say
I'm
that?
not at all sad about that.
Because
Yeah.
I wanted it.
Well, you didn't get it,
What about what I
so
want?
I'm glad that
You guys
you're
never let me
disappointed.
have any fun.
Question for you. If it's in the middle of somebody else's turn, can I use my hero card to go immediately?
Totes.
Okay.
If that's the power that it gives you, then absolutely.
Yeah, the power of one of my cards is that I get to take my turn immediately, so... Mid-action on somebody else's turn, no! Die!
My cat is attempting to push my switch off of the fucking shelf. No. I don't get it. She loves plastic stuff. Like, I bought her, like, $30 plus worth of toys and stuff that I try to play with her with. That couldn't give a shit about it. But, like, I had a Dr. Pepper can that I was trying to drink out of when we first started, and she was trying to eat the can.
Welcome
Could
to cat
not-
ownership.
Well, no, but,
Mhm.
like, my previous cat, I'm not used to having a kitten. It's been 16 years since I've had a kitten.
Oh, kittens are so cool.
Yeah, that's it's Icky. Didn't I send that to the group chat?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
She's feeling much better now. And she's not freaked out.
You guys are actually going to earn another card because of the trial. So I'm going to give you a choice. You can all draw a card from the deck and have one each, or the group can have a extra powerful card that one person can hold.
Ooh, 2 HP.
Extra
I mean,
powerful.
up to you guys, yeah.
Yeah, it's like extra powerful. That sounds pretty dope.
All right. Let me move you guys over to the title screen.
Oh, wait, no, we're doing half plus 1, right, for the HP?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, good. So I don't get that too. Woo!
Hmm.
Question for you, Darp. I know you're slightly busy. The find tools that we tracked down, were those evidence? Or did we just end up keeping those?
You can keep them.
Sweet.
I mean, there are evidence, but
But I mean, we carried them around town all day. So
I don't give a shit. It's fine.
try and organize everything so we can sell it when we have the opportunity,
Interesting.
guys.
It's not letting me take that card from minimap, so. Oh, okay. There we go. Or that should have worked. There we go. Just took a damn eternity. All right. So you have now unlocked a card called the Hidden Truth. This specific card can be played to give you an automatic success on any one diplomacy check to gather information or knowledge check to get the maximum result for such a check. The Hidden
Nice.
Truth card can only be used once, and the entire party must agree to use the card. So essentially, this gives you Lore Master.
Okay.
Okay.
But it also works on diplomacy checks. So if you have something that's extremely important, you can use this card.
Can we also use it for its normal hero card abilities? Like
If
its
you
books
want to.
slash that's lawful good, right?
Yep.
Cool.
It'd be intelligence.
Yeah, recall a spell or smite evil.
I think the instant lore master would probably be the most useful.
Yeah,
part of
since
that.
our party's really bad
So
at
for our
knowledge.
Yeah,
party-
no, we really
Yeah.
are.
I think that's going to be the
We ain't
number
a bard
one
bad.
usage.
Well, it's like, yes, the ancient truth that will control every construct through time. No one will ever. We win.
Whitney, when you join this game, please roll a bard.
What? Well,
I'm not ready
I
to
just
have
heard my
6
name.
players.
I'm kidding. I wasn't really kidding.
As much as I would love to just bring everyone that I know into the game, I can't handle it. 5 is almost too many for me.
5 is hard.
It's a lot.
Trying to balance encounters around 5 people so that people don't instantly die and yet nobody's too powerful.
See, the combat aspect isn't hard for me because I'm kind of a numbers guy. For me, it's making sure that everybody has an element to the story and keeping things moving so that people don't feel like they're left out. That for me is the challenging part of having 5 people.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm still not super good at it, so there's that.
Okie dokie. So, question for people in the party. Patrick Cloak with pockets, is that anything special? That's not magical, is it?
What?
I'm going through the bag, which has just been collecting stuff over this trial because we've been too busy to sell anything because it's like super time intensive. And I've got a really big list of shit. Most of it's really tiny. I'm assuming that none of us need any hand axes or throwing axes or maces or
That
swords.
tusk thing with the steed, ice storm, and bull strength. We never got a price for that.
I mean, it's the price of those 3 scrolls combined. But
So we're 6 now, right?
Correct.
Antitoxin. Anybody need any? We have 4. So
I need.
I have one in my inventory.
One. Yeah.
I have 1 in my inventory. And we have 4 extra. So if anyone's like missing one, say so now. Or forever hold your peace.
Sure,
No,
I'll
hang
take one. What was
There
it
you
again?
Antitoxin?
I still
Sure,
have
why
one.
not?
Okay, so now we have 3 left. I'm gonna give it to who has really bad fort saves.
Me.
Right now, I do.
Usually.
Yeah, give it to Havelock at the
Nah,
moment.
give it. Nah.
There's
give it to-
3.
give it to
Each
him,
of
he
you
can
get
take it.
1. Who gets the last one? Alex, what's your fort save? Is this good? I think the rest of us all have pretty good
Let
fort
me
saves.
see. I don't have.
Havelock, I'm trying to give you a card.
Yeah, I was trying because I've never
It's a
seen this game
5.
before.
There
Okay,
you go.
you, me, and Zoo are all the same. So
Mhm.
I will just keep this one in the bag then.
The hidden truth.
And Leopold and Havelock get an extra antitoxin. Okay, get.
So we both get 2 antitoxins.
If you haven't used yours, then yeah, you have to.
Okay, so I'm getting. How many am
Yeah,
I
you're
getting
getting
right
one.
now? How am I receiving? I'm receiving
Just
one
one.
antitoxin right
You're
now.
receiving
Yes.
1 antitoxin right now.
Okay. It was the use of extra that threw me.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Bum, bum. Silver weapon blanch, cold iron weapon blanch, and adamantine weapon. I'm gonna give the adamantine weapon blanch to you. Have a luck,
Okay.
because it seems like you'll be the only one that can really use it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it on like one
Use
bullet
the crit effect.
or like
Adamantine
one arrow.
is ridiculous.
Well, it overcomes DR, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it essentially lets you, since its hardness is so high, it essentially lets you cut through like almost any material.
Even though it's just a blanch that you put on it.
Yeah, right? Because it's treated as that
Treated as
material,
it.
right?
Yep.
Adamantine weapon blanch. Poured over on a weapon and placed over a hot flame for a full round. They melt and form a temporary coating. Blanching gives the weapon ability to bypass one kind of material-based DR, such as adamantine, cold iron, silver. Blanching remains effective until the weapon makes a successful attack. Each dose of
Okay,
blanching
so it doesn't
can
get
coat
the special
yeah.
properties.
Each
That's different,
blanching
yeah.
can coat one weapon up to 10 pieces of ammunition. Only one kind of weapon blanch can be used on a weapon at a time. Weapon made of one special material, such as adamantine, can have a different material blanch on it, which is also very useful.
So it's only used for one hit?
You put it on your weapon, and it lasts on your weapon forever until you make an attack that would overcome adamantine DR.
Oh, okay. But still, okay.
And then it works for exactly one hit.
It might be more worth it to give it to Ilix.
Nobody else uses like
10 arrows.
fair enough.
That's 10 hits versus my one hit.
I'm down with that.
Okay. The adamantine will go to Ilix then. You get to coat 10. You have 10 adamantine blanched arrows.
How do you make that?
How do you make adamantine
Yeah.
blanching?
It'd be alchemy, right?
It's a really
First
high
you
craft
need
alchemy
blanched
DC.
Devereaux.
Well, I've got
And
+4.
you cannot make the check then.
Really?
Even with a nat 20, you cannot make the check to make adamantine blanching. It's
It's
DC
hard,
25,
shit.
and it's 100 gold pieces to do it. So you would
Yeah.
fail every single time, even if you you can't take a 20 on crafting.
Where is
Weapon blanch, if you look that up in
Ah,
the
there.
equipment. It's the very bottom.
Well,
We have
good thing I have
5
skill point.
silver weapon blanch and 5 cold iron weapon blanch. So if you would like Ilix and Leopold to coat several pieces of your ammunition with silver and several pieces with cold iron.
I mean, I could also put 4 points into craft alchemy and then just make it myself.
I mean, it's expensive, and we have 5 silver weapon blanch and 5 cold iron weapon blanch, so take it and use it would be my recommendation.
Still roll the 1.
Oh
That-
my goodness.
Whatever. I was just testing.
Yeah, crafting is one thing, like, I don't understand craft alchemy. Like, unless you're an alchemist, you shouldn't be trying to craft alchemy stuff.
You are
unless
given alchemy as a gunslinger because you got to make bullets and gunpowder.
Yeah, but making gunpowder is like a low DC. Craft, like, the potions and stuff for
It's an
craft
instant
alchemy are...
success.
Yeah, exactly.
But you were given craft alchemy as a class skill. I mean, I don't
Well,
make
I mean,
it as fast as like.
alchemists put a point in craft alchemy every level, and they're int-based characters, so like their craft alchemy skill is very high.
Plus the fact that they can make potions and whatnot like 8 times faster than your average person.
Yeah. Okay. Silver weapon blanch, cold iron weapon blanch. Who wants these? I don't use weapons.
I have silver weapons, so I
have-
could only use the cold iron.
I would take the
you can-
silver. I would actually take both of them because then I can. Just...
We have 5 of each, so everyone can take as much as they want. And Ryan, you can put a silver weapon blanch on Gabby's greatsword, and it counts as silver for an attack.
Okay, I'll take a silver and a cold iron.
I will
then-
take 1 of each as well because that makes 10 pieces
10
of ammunition.
pieces of
each.
ammunition each.
And their ammunition is basically 1 use anyway, because
You have a
fuck it.
50% chance of recovering it, but after that it's just a regular arrow, so...
But still, even if you're
Yeah,
attacking
there's no
twice a
point.
round, that's still 5 rounds of
But yeah, 5 rounds
Good
of
ammo, but that's
good
pretty
ammo.
nice.
Yep.
Leopold, do you want one of each of these as well? I mean, you have to carry a lot more bullets, I guess, if you coat them.
I mean, all I gotta do is just separate them into another thing. I could do that.
Okay, so I'll give you one of each of these, and we have 2 left.
What were the 2 that you gave?
1 silver weapon blanch and 1 cold iron weapon blanch. So that's 10 pieces of ammunition each. So you basically have 10 silver bullets and 10 cold iron bullets.
Okay.
Havelock, do you want to carry the rest of these?
The rest of what?
The weapon blanches?
How many are they?
You get, there's 2 left of each.
1 of each? 2 of each?
2 of each.
Sure.
Bum. Damn it, there's so much shit, guys. There's so much shit.
You're doing good, Walker. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Elix, I'm gonna give you a potion as a fox's cunning. I think that's a dex potion, isn't it? Wait.
It's not Dex, I don't think.
No,
for, like,
it's not
sense
dex.
motive and shit. It's for skills.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who needs intelligence?
Alchemist. I used Fox's Cunning on Cycle.
Oh,
A great effect.
cool. Who wants that one? Got a potion
And then
of
there was that one time you blew up the room with a level 20 fireball.
We don't have any smart characters. Yeah, that was. I'm surprised you went for the RP bait there, Darp, because the last time you tried to bait me into RPing, I just blew the entire fucking room to smithereens.
Which one? Which RP bait?
The Alchemist, the one with the card tonight.
You gave him the scary card. That would have made him do scary things, but you had encouraged him to roleplay that tonight. But the last time you encouraged him to roleplay was you scared him and he had access to cast a giant fireball and he nearly destroyed all of us.
Hey, Max, fireball.
I think that would have been fine.
It was really worth it.
I do not have evasion. I would not survive that one.
Leopold, since you seem to have all the knowledge checks.
No, I only have knowledge local and engineering.
Well, the rest of us have knowledge religion.
Yeah.
And a lot of us have knowledge nature. And you're the only one that has those 2.
Local and engineering.
I think you're the only one that has local. Does anyone else have local?
I could have sworn
I
somebody
have
did.
+0. I think I put like 1 rank just so that I could do it.
But no, I think role playing more is good, and I think that
Yeah.
everybody kind of got a little bit in tonight, which I liked.
Try to. I was paralyzed part of it.
It
That's
was
good.
fun. It is very hard. Like I have to do exposition, unfortunately.
Yeah,
for my
One could
character,
argue that was my most consistent roleplay, was when I was paralyzed.
Most memorable was you drooling on the
Maybe.
ground.
I'm gonna give the potion of Fox's Cunning to you in case we need to make a really big knowledge check.
Who's you?
Leopold, the one I was talking to about knowledge.
Okay.
Sorry.
You said Fox is cunning.
Fox's Cunning. It gives you a +4 int, which would be a +2 bonus. What is this? I have a walnut traveling case, pair of superior locks and keys sealed in wax. Was that something important, Darp, to the story?
I don't remember where you even got that, so
Okay, probably not. I'm gonna get the flask
where
of
the
holy
fuck
water.
did you get that?
I don't know.
Holy
I
water
have...
to me.
Yep, you get holy water.
Thank you, thank you.
I just write
Man.
everything down.
I really don't remember that at all. But you wrote it down, so it exists. So you get to
It
have
exists. I wouldn't have written it down if you didn't specify that we had found it or gotten it from something.
That's a pretty specific thing to just try to make
It's
up to.
super specific. Like,
Yeah. It's not like I found a wish ring.
So how do weapon oils work? I'm confused by this.
Coat them in the oil and then hit the thing.
Is it just like a standard action to coat something in oil?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And how long did the oil last? As long as the spell lasts?
I think it's like 10 minutes. It's long enough for combat.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're doing it
Basically
right
a
before
one
combat.
Well,
That's what I say about my dick too.
since
Oh,
Ilix
God.
already has a
Oh.
keen weapon, would you like this oil of keen edge? Have a look.
Yeah, dog.
All yours, dude.
When did we get that?
I don't know. It's on my list.
We had so much stuff that like we were getting in like piles, but we couldn't take stock of it because it was like go 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 go.
Yeah, we were like in a super rush basically for the last 10 sessions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 3 sessions of combat last time.
Yeah, and then she was like, I would encourage you to make haste to go to... Fuck off, bitch. I just got done a 3-day trial. 4
A
hours
3-day trial that
preparation
took 3
I've
months.
slept
before it
like
started.
4 hours in the last 3 days.
Yeah,
Blow me.
fuck this.
She's
I had to
gonna-
solve the
She's
whole
gonna pay you like a
murder.
bunch of platinum in the morning. Come on.
We solved the murder.
Yeah,
and
that was for
we
for the thing.
found and killed the actual murders, and got the innocent guy off prison or out of death, and took down a fucking evil hideout lair that you had, and avenged all these crimes, and still won the trial. And you're just like, well, don't tarry. Like, bitch, I ain't been tarrying. I earned enough tarrying for another 5 years to take off.
I'm gonna miss the
Damn.
farmer's market.
Yeah.
Why do I have a jar of pickled garlic cloves written down in my bag?
I
What the
remember
fuck?
that. No, I remember that part. I remember the pickled
Why
garlic
did I
clove.
think that was important enough to carry?
I don't know.
We
That's
should hang on
amazing.
to that,
We carried
honestly.
it because of Caleb. We carried it because
Oh,
of
yeah!
we thought he was a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
And just in case, we had the pickled garlic clove.
I forgot all about that. That's
I am-
amazing.
when the can I retroactively say that when the Beast was released, I returned to him his book of Taldan poetry?
Oh yeah, sure.
Cool.
Oh, sure.
I still have my
totally do
tomato
that.
ring.
Why do patchwork cloak with pockets is not a thing? It's just like literally a cloak with pockets.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of all in the name, isn't it?
I thought it might have been something special, like
No, it's literally a
It's just a-
patchwork cloak of pockets.
let's see, what does this bloody bomb do? Nothing. Lovely. Deleting that.
Hello?
Yeah.
Everybody just went quiet.
Sorry, I'm still going through this, trying to fit it on one page if I can.
Do you use like a software or do you write this shit down?
I use Excel.
Oh,
It keeps
okay.
track of all the golds, all of the party pool, all of the items in the group inventory sort of thing.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
My shopping list, everything.
Because
that
I've started
passes.
using OneNote for my GM notes, which helps so much. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
notes are good. I like notes.
Well, I use OneNote, Microsoft OneNote at work like a lot. And so I was like, you know what? I'm tired of having a giant stack of notebook paper. Because I have
OneNote.
I have over a year of fucking notepad
Are you
stuff.
fucking kidding me?
Trollolo.
It's happening
LOL.
That's funny. Zoo.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you have use magic device on your character?
I do have used. Oh, okay. I say I do, and then I
Double
might
check,
remember.
because I know your other character
memorizing.
does, and this
Yeah.
one might not. So
I do use magic device. I have a 6 on it.
okay.
Have
What?
luck. You have knowledge dungeoneering, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't need that.
I mean,
Is there any
listen,
knowledges we're lacking on?
I'm gonna point out
All
that
the
his
others.
all of the knowledge. We lack all of the knowledge, like
Well,
Arcana. I think
thought
Sue might
Sue-
have
no,
Arcana.
I have Arcana, and then I have Planes, and I have Religion. And that's it.
And I
Okay.
know Alex has Nature. I have Local and Engineering.
Oh, I also
Geography,
have
I could really
History.
give a shit about. Okay, we have History. So, we've got it all.
The only
It's
thing we
just,
don't
yeah,
have
we
is
don't-
Nobility, which I don't think we ever are ever going to use it.
It's very rare, but it
Yeah, very
kind of
rare.
happens. Darp, how does
Depends
use
on the
magic device
campaign.
work for wands?
Is if the wand is not on her spell list, then she will need to. Well, it depends on what kind of spell it is too. So there's several things that matter. If it's not on her list, then she can't use it automatically, and she has to do UMD to emulate having the spell.
Mhm.
If it's an arcane spell, she also has to emulate that because she doesn't cast arcane spells.
So Acid Arrow says it's a conjuration creation, and it's usually Blood Rager, Magus, Sorcerer, Wizard, but
So
Elemental
it's
School Earth.
So it's an arcane spell. So she would have to roll.
Okay.
So she'd have to roll UMD twice for that.
Okay.
You said Acid Laser?
We have a wand of Acid Arrow, but it's not on your spell list, so you can't automatically cast it. And I'm
You have to
wondering
make a
if it's
check.
worth it to just sell the wand rather than try to,
Okay.
because like you'd have to cast it on Ilix's arrows, and only Ilix would benefit from it, and you'd have to use your actions to do that, and then you'd have to roll 2 UMD checks to even do it. And if you fail either
Actually,
one of
I
them,
might be wrong on that. I think the 2 checks might be for scrolls. Spell trigger items might be a little different. Let me check.
okay.
Oh,
If you
also, I have Linguistics, and I guess I didn't update it on the on Roll20 because I have a 6 in Linguistics. Whoops.
oh,
Well,
that might have been useful.
yeah.
I mean, you rolled super shit, so probably not, but
But
Okay,
I
so
would've been
you need to
doing
make
one
use magic
training.
device each time you activate a device such as a wand. If you're using the check to emulate an alignment or some other quality in an ongoing manner, you need to make a relevant use magic device check once per hour. So there is 2 checks for the first cast, and then every cast over the next hour will only be
it's
1.
not an aligned spell, so she wouldn't.
But it is arcane though.
But you said
That's
alignment.
alignment or some other quality.
Oh.
She's not an arcane spellcaster, so she would have to emulate being an arcane spellcaster.
Gotcha. Okay, well, fuck that, we're selling the shit.
Sold.
Depth of Tracelessness. How's this thing work? Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna keep that.
I really hope that in 2nd edition of Pathfinder that they fucking simplify use magic device, because it's one of the most convoluted skills to use in the game. It's fucking stupid.
That and grapple.
Well, at least grapple has like a flowchart. Use magic device has so much shit to it that like most of the time it's not
Which-
even worth using unless you have like
Yeah.
a 20,
Ryan has now
20
become
fucking
fully fluent
charisma and you're fucking maxed out in it, and even then you won't make it half the time.
Always make it, yeah.
And even with grapple though, like there's so many characters that are built on grappling that the rules for grapple have been like tested and tested and tested and thought out over and over and over again. So it's like any question you have about grapple, it's answered somewhere. Whereas like use magic device, most people are
Well,
just like,
and the
"Fuck
other
that
thing
shit."
with grapple is you roll CMB and you're fucking done. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
With use magic device,
Mhm.
it's like, okay, how many fucking rolls do I need to make? 1, 2, or
Yeah.
3? Like, this is retarded.
We'll see how they do in 2nd edition. It seems kind of like they're doing
They're
just, like,
borrowing a lot of
reworking
5e
it.
similar mechanics.
Yeah, I was gonna say it also kind of looks like they're doing like a 5e type of split.
There's a couple of things about 5e I really enjoy, but one thing I hate about it is the fact that like AC and protecting yourself means nothing. Nothing. You can shields, armor, doesn't matter. It all comes down to health points because even the CR like 4s have a plus 10 to hit. So at like level 3 you'll be fighting CR 4s and it will be able to hit you even if you have like 20 AC because it has a 50% chance of just wrecking your day. And at that point it all just comes down to HP. So put everything in con, take the tough feat right at level 1 and then just roll that out forever.
Hmm.
It's why druids are still just the absolute craziest tank in that game.
This is weird. Alchemical grease. You would think that you could do, like, you could throw it on a surface, you could, like, throw it on someone. No, you can cut yourself with it and it gives you escape bonus. That's it. That's it.
Not good. I found that like
Grease
most of
me
the
up,
alchemical
Half-Lock.
weapons weren't very great.
Okay. I have gone through. Oh, Wand of Ghost Sound. Can you cast Ghost Sound, Zoo?
That's a good question. Let me
I'm
control
looking at
F.
it. Bard, Magus, Psychic, Sorcerer, and Wizard. No, you cannot.
Okay.
And it would count as another arcane spell. So, selling that shit too.
So
Gross. Actually, if she wanted to use that wand, she'd have to make 3 checks.
Why?
One check to activate the wand. 1 check because it's not on her spell list, so she has to pretend that it is. And 1 check to have the requisite ability score because she's not an intelligence caster.
That is all stupid.
Yeah, it's not
There's
great.
so many oohs to that. I'm not just like.
Yep.
Just ooh. Okay, sell this, and that bottle of. Ooh, that's nice.
Because the spell has to be of the correct type, the spell has to be on her list, and she must have the requisite ability score. So that's the 3 checks that she has to make. That's fucking awful.
Oh. So I have forgotten to add my bonus skill points per level for being a human. That gives me quite a few more points. Well,
Are you not using YPCG? I'm
He
very
doesn't have
confused.
Excel.
Oh.
I've got Apache Office, but it doesn't work quite the same.
Gotcha. That's
Well,
okay.
no,
If it makes you feel any better, because our other game was so outdated and because the YPCG we had was so outdated, my Oracle was missing like 5 ranks of perception.
Yeah.
So once we came back and I updated my YPCG, I got like a +10 to perception.
I can see clearly now.
Pretty much. I went from I'm pretty much at the same level as my druid was in that game.
What's the max skills allowed at level 6?
Depends on your intelligence. I mean, the highest rank you can have is a 6.
Okay.
So there's a teamwork feat that I get to take teamwork feats.
Yeah.
And there's one called Focusing Blow. And basically we'd both have to have Focusing Blow for normal situations for this to work. But since since it is assumed that any ally also has my teamwork feat where I'm concerned, I could take this feat, and then anytime I was under the effects of a mind-affecting effect, anybody in the party could hit me, and as long as they dealt 5 points of damage, it would allow me
It
another
knocks you up.
saving throw
That's so
awesome.
cool.
to escape the mind-affecting effect. It is a hobgoblin feat, though, so I don't know if
Question
that
for you though.
works. But how cool! But why is that a racial hobgoblin feat?
That's hilarious.
It
Well,
would be
'cause
awesome if I could just
they
have
bonk
that.
each
Be like,
other. They're goblins.
Half-Lock's charmed, punch him, and like everybody in the party can do it to me.
Just punches you in the face.
Could just Knight at the Roxbury me.
Your thing works like now that you're level 6, your first one has to be cemented in stone, and the
Yeah,
next
that's
one you
why
get can
I'm-
change every day, or like
Yeah,
change.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Okay.
taking I think Outflank. I think for my first
Yeah,
one.
that w-
And I might get my another one.
Well,
I do so love all the 9s I'm getting.
do you qualify for
Nine.
Outflank as your first one?
Why wouldn't I?
No,
Because you weren't able to get it until level 6.
Oh, that's true.
Because I want to get that as one of my actual feats, but I can't get it until level 7.
Yeah, it's true. Then maybe I'll take. Oh, what was coordinated charge?
Something like that. There was a charge one.
When an ally with this feat charges a creature that is no further away from you than your speed, you can, as an immediate action, charge that creature. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
that's
So
really
if I
good.
charge, you
So-
get to charge.
And any of
Or
you
anyone.
charge, I get to
well,
charge.
I don't think anyone else in our party is gonna charge.
I don't think anybody else in the party is going to charge.
Charge with a gun. Got it. Well, I kind of can now. I just can't take my full round action to shoot the piss out of them. Oh, I just realized I'm going to need a lot more bullets. I now have a second attack. So I can fire 3 times in a round. I don't think I'm going to need that rapid fire anymore.
Prerequisite is that I have 2 other teamwork feats and a bat buff plus 10. These things.
Oh. Yeah, the Bab thing is the important. Well, by the time you get Bab plus 10, you'll have 2 teamwork feats.